You dragon.
Yeah. Oh, that adds an extra layer of like slime on top. That's just like, oh no. Can we play like Man-Child over the top of this story being read? Like, it's
3.
I'll put another marker down. Hang on.
I think it was really worth it. I think that was really good.
It's fine. We'll just leave it at that. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to From the Vault podcast. I am Dylan. Trent is not with us tonight. He is ill for filming, but I have two very special guests for tonight's episode. I have Teddy from production, and I have Cassie, one of the other owners.
We're co-owners, Dylan.
One of the other owners.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Say hi, guys.
I'm also here.
That's Teddy. And why is Teddy in front of the camera? That's a great question to ask. That's because someone is behind the camera, and it's Connor. He's back.
Yahoo!
Good to be back, guys. Good to be back. It's been a hot minute, Dylan. It's been a hot minute.
It has been a hot minute, and by hot minute we mean at least 10 months.
Yeah.
Anyway, today, based on a suggestion from you guys out there, we're going to be reading out cheating stories that have been submitted by you or people on the Reddit posts that we put up asking for cheating stories, and we're going to go through. We're going to get reactions from everyone here. We're going to talk about how we would handle that if we were running the event, if we were playing in the event, how we'd handle that owning a store, all the kind of things that we would deal with a gaming community.
Okay, but first I have to ask Teddy, what WNBA team do you go for? Because you're clearly based from America. What about NBA? It's like the WNBA, but for men. None of those?
Nope. Oh. Only football. American football.
What team?
Hand egg.
What team?
Seattle Seahawks.
Woo!
Ooh.
Dating the
man.
video. Congratulations, Seattle Seahawks on Super Bowl
Yep.
win. Philly
There is-
Eagles.
Seattle does have a women's basketball.
Oh, do they?
And Australia's Lauren Jackson played for them.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
They won a bunch of championships. So. Seattle Storm. Let's go.
Dude, they just ripped off Melbourne.
Yeah. Well, but it actually storms in Seattle. A lot.
Controversial.
Okay, well, let's get on to the stories. We got a bunch of stories to get through. They have a various range in spiciness from 1 to 5 chilies.
Chilies.
Yeah, I gave them genuine chili like spiciness
Emojis.
ratings.
I can see the emojis.
Yeah.
I want to put the emojis on the screen, though.
Okay, I'll put it in post.
7.5 rubber chilies.
Yeah.
Once we're done reading the story, I guess we'll do our comments on that kind of on the stories that are given to us. If you guys want to rate the spiciness yourself out of 5 chilies,
Okay.
we'll go for that as well. So without further ado, let us begin with the first story coming from the very YouTube commenter who suggested this idea of an episode,
Oh,
Mr.
sick.
B, through our form submission.
Cheers, Mr. B.
Cheers, Mr. B. Hey guys, Mr. B here. Thanks for reading my comment. I've got 2 stories.
Ooh.
The first is at an MTG Commander event. The store I was playing at had a strong Rule 0, and in the Rule 0 discussions, that's Rule 0 is like the pre-game discussion with other players. In those Rule 0 discussions, one player said that they only had one deck which no one else at the table was able to match in power level. The result was a domination by said player. Afterwards, the table was deciding whether they wanted to play a casual game when said player stated that they were going to switch to another deck.
Oh, okay.
And the second story for this from Mr. B is at a casual MTG Commander game where an experienced player was up against 3 inexperienced players. One inexperienced player, we'll say player A, played a turn where they played a creature, which allowed them to draw a card, then pass the turn, before the experienced player, who's player B in this scenario, started their turn. Player A stated they had incorrectly tapped their mana and wanted to fix it. Player B stated that they couldn't do that due to drawing a card and having additional information. Player A was upset and explained that it was a casual game and the mana fix had nothing to do with the draw/additional information. A and B went back and forth until player B had enough and stated that this was cheating. Well, player A was livid and started shouting profanities at player B.
Oh boy.
The result was player A getting asked to leave, which they complied with. People who witnessed the situation were torn on whether player A was cheating or if player B was in the right to uphold the rules in a casual game, especially with inexperienced players. So first of all,
Interesting.
what would you guys do in that situation? Inexperienced players, would you let them retap the mana, like the resources?
I feel like they could. Oh, so like you're saying that you chose the wrong type of mana to tap.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So it's not
likely they
like they
probably
just-
had like multicolored lands that they tapped instead of
Right.
the basic
Yeah.
lands for it.
So it's not like they just tapped 4 instead of tapping 3 or something.
Well, and
Correct.
also the only reason you would do that is, I've got an instant that I can play, but I need to have a blue available, so I need to
Yeah.
tap something else
Yeah.
different. So that's what I'm thinking is upon seeing what the other person drew, they were like, oh, I forgot I needed to have a
Yeah.
blue available. And that seems like kind of a dick move to me. Like, that doesn't seem like that's quite right. However, in a casual game, you should be able to be like, especially in front of beginners, being like, hey, it's okay to take a step
Yeah.
back. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to have like a do-over. Now, if you're doing a lot of do-overs, that's different. But
Yeah,
like a do-over in a casual game should be okay.
Wait, what was the experienced player, A or B?
B.
Right.
Experienced player is the one who was about to start their turn.
Yeah.
Player A had already drawn the card from the creature,
Yeah.
and they
Mhm.
wanted to change how their mana was tapped.
I feel like the initial reaction is fine to say like, yeah, oh, well, it seems like you have new information, so are you going to play that card? But then it sounds like player A said, well, I'm not actually going to play this card. But like, how truthful is that? And then I guess if you like, okay, then just to undo it, and then they actually play it later, then you could get really upset.
Yeah. But
And
the
then-
upset happened way too early
Yeah.
before any
Yeah.
plays had happened. And then profanities being
And
thrown
then if
around.
there's presumably 2 other people in this
Yeah.
game, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like you're seeing it escalate. Judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, Judge, they're about to throw hands.
Judge.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's resolve this now.
yeah.
Let's
A
resolve
flag.
this now and just get the judge and get a separate
Mm.
external party to decide this
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I'm sure that in that case, they would side with the player B. In that.
Well, it was a casual game. I think, look, if you're playing with inexperienced players, I think it's perfectly fine to just retap the mana. Like, every game's a learning experience for inexperienced
Yeah,
players, I
exactly.
believe. So I think that's fine. Like, it's a casual game. Nothing's on the line anyway. So it's like, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I do remember, though, quite early in the days of the store back at Charlotte Street, at our Commander Nights, like, a lot of the people who were coming to our Commander Nights were still relatively new or rejoining players at the time. So there was a little bit of inexperience around it. So there was a little bit of like take backsies on things. It got a bit much at one point. So we instituted a thing called take backseat counters, which was the idea is if you do a take backseat, you put a take backseat counter on the table. And you're not allowed to do any more take backsies until everyone at the table had a take backseat counter, and
I
then
remember
all take
this.
backseat counters were removed.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
actually,
so
like
it's
turn
even.
it into like a defined rule for the game for
It
like
was-
casual
I
experiences.
think that's really good.
It
Yeah.
was really good at the time.
Yeah.
Especially at the beginning when like CEDH was turning into Commander, like that's a really, really good to be
Yeah.
like, hey, we need to be all on this. I think we did gloss over the first story though.
Yes, that's where I was going to go to the second part of
Which
that,
also,
which was
like,
the first story.
I don't think
which
that's
was,
on either.
I have a real zero discussion where I don't have
Oh,
any
yeah,
other
that's right.
decks. I just have this deck. And
Yeah,
then everyone's
sorry,
like, "Do you
I'm
wanna play
way
another game?"
too overpowered.
Oh, I totally forgot that I had this completely casual deck in my bag that I can now play.
No,
Yeah.
get out in the bin.
Yeah.
In the bin.
Absolutely, that's what I would have been like. Wait.
Whoa.
We aren't playing with you now.
yeah, yeah.
That was a prize round for sure. He busted
Yeah.
out the
Yeah.
top deck in the prize round, and then when it didn't matter, well,
I'm
actually,
sorry,
I've got
guys.
this bracket 2, like bracket 3 aggro deck.
Yeah.
Sorry, all I have is Urza Lord High Artificer, so I got to play it. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, I've got Toxrill Demir control, guys.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
sorry. Yeah. What spicy rating would you guys give those stories together as one unit? How many chilies?
I don't know, like 2.
2 chilies?
Between 2.5 and 3.5.
Between 2.
So
Do you know what's in between 2.5? Yeah, it's
so
3. Yeah.
yeah.
No wonder you guys suck at the metric system. over in
Yeah,
the
I don't know
States.
math. Are you kidding? Whatever the number is in between those.
All right, on to story 2. Another one that came from our viewers through our form submission. I once saw someone at the final of a Blood Bowl league make 14 successful rolls in a row to claim victory. The store owner smelled a rat in the
Yeah.
Skaven team management. Well, that's good.
It was you.
And
Uh,
no.
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 Whoa.
And after checking, the winner's dice were discovered to have been microwaved for performance
Oh
enhancement.
my god.
I have also been a TO for 40k in the distant past.
Mhm.
I once had the 2 top tier players facing off in one of the later rounds of the event, and they would not continue until I tested the dice of one player. I tried out the old salt water test. That's letting you like put in enough salt to make the dice buoyant, and then you
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
flick it around and see if it keeps coming up to a number.
Yeah.
And the dice seemed fine to me. Somehow the 2 just continued their game then. And then finally, as a player in a 40k event, I once witnessed a 14-year-old try to play the old transport shell game. His pair of wave serpents, they are Eldari transports that you put stuff in.
Mhm.
His pair of wave serpents were both identically unpainted and unmarked, and he deployed them on opposite ends of the board without bothering to tell me what was inside what.
Mhm.
When I asked him, he ummed and ahed and seemed to not know. I'm reasonably sure he was going to use Heisenberg's uncertainty principle to pick where he needed which unit.
Schrodinger's
Yeah.
wave serpent.
Schrodinger's wave serpent. They are both embarked and not embarked. We will find out together. That's good. Yeah, couple of stories there. Microwaving dice. Have you guys heard of that before?
I've heard of
Mm-mm.
it, but I frown upon it, obviously.
I'm
Yeah.
yet to see it in practice.
I mean, I did get some dice off of Timo that are definitely not weighted correctly. They roll only 1s or only 6s. So I don't use them.
I will admit, today in the Combat Patrol tournament we just did,
Mm.
I stopped using my Hellsmith dice.
Yeah.
After
But those are Games Workshop like official
these are
ones.
Games Workshop official dice. These
Yeah.
have come from Games Workshop packet to my dice bag.
Yeah.
Mm.
I stopped using my Hellsmith dice after round 1 in the second game. I stopped using them after round 1 in the first game because I was like, this is a bit weird
Mm.
that I managed to roll 5s and 6s on most of these dice.
Yeah.
And then in the second round, it happened again in the first turn, and I was like, all right, these are going in the bag. I'm not playing with these
Yeah.
at all today.
The
Question.
results are weird. It's
Yeah.
up.
Question. Have you ever left these dice in like your car when it's
Yeah, in the
hot or
sunlight.
something?
No.
Okay.
And
They've
even
only been
then,
in
like,
Asia.
they're in a dice bag.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
they're
It's
just kind of
Australian
like,
heat.
I know, look, I will admit
You
that
sounded so Australian.
It's
there.
Australian
it's
hate.
Australian heat.
Back
Yeah,
in
look,
Toyota.
It was 51 degrees in
You
the
can
car
cook
the
an
other
egg
day.
on your car,
Yeah,
right?
You can cook an egg on the pavement. It was
Then
50,
I feel like you can load your dice.
you can cook your dice in your car.
Yeah.
New hack.
New hack. You
Yeah.
don't know what they're set to because they're in the bag and you just shuffle around like
Yeah.
this and maybe
One of them is definitely a 6.
yeah. But that was a bit dodged. So I'm probably going to
Mhm.
check those dice
Yeah.
because it felt a little bit too off stat.
Yeah, but you did what was right. You were
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm not feeling right about this. I'm going to switch
Yeah.
dice.
You're like,
Okay.
these are too good, bye.
Mhm.
Which
Bye.
is the correct response
Yeah.
to potential loaded dice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the guy how did they find out they microwaved them anyway? Like,
Yeah.
did he tell them?
I don't know.
He's like, oh, yeah.
He
I
was like, by the
microwaved
way,
them."
now that I've won, I'll tell you exactly how I did this.
It's 4-0. We're going into like the 6th turn of second half. I microwave these, eat shit.
It's just hard for me to imagine, especially because, like, specifically here, our Blood Bowl community is like such good dudes. Like,
Yeah.
everyone is such an honest, honorable person. Like, it's really hard for me to imagine.
Yeah.
Well, that's where it comes back to like the purpose of cheating, I guess.
Mm.
Like, what are you getting out of it? Is it because you want to win a prize? You want to have that power over others?
Yeah.
And, what does that say about you as a person and your character?
Especially in
probably
casual
something-
situations.
Yeah. There's
especially
probably
casual
something else
situations.
up.
Yeah.
That's not the only sign that somebody is having social difficulties.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It's the kind of person that punches puppies.
Mm,
Just
yeah.
like pointless.
Whoa.
Sorry. Sorry.
Content
That's the
warning.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah, punching
Content
puppies.
warning.
Okay.
I think we can all agree that as a collective from the Vault podcast, we do not support PEDs, performance enhancing dice.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's performance.
I thought you were gonna say something about puppies, and
Me
I
too.
was so scared. I was like, I don't know what Connor's gonna say.
Yeah. I will admit, in my mind, immediately I was like, how does PED work into puppies?
Yeah.
I'm very PG when I'm on the mic.
Nice.
All right. Spicy rating. How many chilies?
Eh, Well,
First story, 2.
Yeah.
Second story, 4.
Yeah. Oh,
Third story, 3.
I forgot all of the stories.
The first story was the microwave dice. The second story was the top 2 table wouldn't start playing until someone's dice was checked.
Mm.
And the third one was a 14-year-old playing Schrodinger's wave serpents.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, like average of 3 of all those.
Average 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I gave it 2.
Okay.
All right.
Dylan's just heard more shit than we
It's a rough road, dude. On to story 3. This is another form submission one from our readers, our viewers.
Love
Our
this.
readers. What do we write?
Blog posts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Many years ago, I played Magic and went to a qualifier event for the modern format. I took a rogue deck called 8-Rack. Now, 8-Rack, for those that don't know, is a mono black deck that uses a large number of discard spells like Thoughtseize, Inquisition of Kozilek, and Raven's Crime to empty an opponent's hand.
Why is it called 8-Rack?
Because the whole goal of the deck is to force your opponent to discard their hand and watch them bleed out to rack, which is damage effects.
Oh, rack.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think rack is a card, one of the cards that deal damage.
Mm.
Because the number of cards in my opponent's hand was so important, I would track every change in the number of cards my opponents held on my notepad.
Mm.
I can't remember the number of rounds the event had, but in the first round, I caught my opponent drawing extra cards by turn 2 or 3 and called the judge. The judge gave my opponent a warning and made some judgment to resolve the extra card issue. In the second round, the exact same thing happened again with a different opponent. Judge comes over, issues a warning, and rolls it back. In the third round, guess what? Same thing happened again. Judge gives a warning and resolved the extra card issue.
The heck?
The result is that each opponent suffered no real consequence as a result of the cheating. After all, it was caught. If it was one time at one tournament, I could reasonably assume it was an honest mistake. But with the unbelievable consistency that it happened at this event, I have to believe it was intentional. I left the event after round 3, sold my collection, and never played Magic again.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, cheating sucks.
I mean, that does kind of seem like an extreme reaction, though.
It
I'm
does-
never going to
I
play
mean-
again. I'm selling all of my cards. Fuck this.
I think
I'm out.
I understand the reaction because you're like, why
You're
would I
very
want to
upset.
participate in a community that clearly knows that they can get away with cheating and they do it
Mm.
consistently?
Yeah.
And,
Well, the big thing I think there in that story is about the judge.
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
There was 3 judge calls on that same player for the same infraction, and nothing happened.
Well, I thought it was 3 different players because it's 3 different rounds, right?
No, it's the same player
Oh,
in 3 different rounds against different opponents.
Yeah,
Okay,
against
well, yeah.
different opponents, though. Well, and that's so when you brought this up before on the other episode, I was thinking like because it's the person playing 8-Rack that's like keeping track of the hand totals.
Mhm.
What if they were doing it wrong?
Well, I mean, like that's the thing. If that's why you record it on the notepad. This is the thing that we talked
Yeah,
about.
but what if he was cheating? What if he was
What if he
recording
was
it wrong?
cheating?
Yeah, what
I don't
if he
think
was
he would've-
saying that everybody else
think
was
he-
doing it
yeah.
wrong?
but if he was,
I guess that's maybe it's
But
my American
if-
conspiracy theorist
yeah,
being like,
yeah.
I think he was the problem, but
but if they were doing it
Area
consistent-
51 right here.
yeah.
if they were doing it consistently wrong, wouldn't the judge be like, wouldn't the person be like, no, I actually have this many cards,
Yeah.
and that would be easy to
You would hope.
clarify.
But apparently the judge
here's
didn't
the-
do anything.
Well, here's the thing, right? Is that player recorded the hand total changes,
Mm.
so they were able to track what card did what effect and removed how many cards.
Oh, yeah.
So they could basically build the whole game state on a turn-by-turn basis for the judge if the judge needed that.
Well,
So
and that's why you
we
suggest
said-
doing it. Yeah.
That's what we said writing it down last
Mhm.
time in the last episode. The big thing for me about this story is that this really gives credence to what we said in the last episode about using a judge tool.
Yeah.
Having a tool set up, not necessarily for your casual games, but if you're running like qualifiers, high competitive stuff, PQs, probably even store championships.
As a store, as a play
as a
space.
store and as a
Yeah.
play space and a community, is that you should have a judging tool for the judges to use that records infractions from players, because like we're saying as if it's the same judge every time. It may not have been. It may have been 3 different judges for
Yeah.
this qualify event that all gave the same ruling, that all like and had
No
there
way
was
of
no way
communicating.
of communicating amongst the judges that hey, this person has been picked up 3 times. If they had been picked up 3 times in a judge tool, like that's a DQ.
Yeah.
By any sense of the word, like any sense of cheating in that's straight up. That's DQ from the event.
Can I just read the story?
Yeah, I'll just try and hide the spiciness rating I gave it. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's insane. Like, if I think if that happened at PQ, they'd have enough. Like, there's infraction points in Star Wars Unlimited for tournament judging.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Oh.
So based on what kind of infraction you receive, you get an amount of points. And if you ever reach 10 points in an event, you're automatically DQ'd.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
and
really
like
cool.
it's no discussion.
That's a very cool system. And that's why it's important to have a judging tool so you can be like, yeah, he's already gotten 3 points. Now that's 5 points. Now that's 7 points. Like,
okay. I don't want to like point out your comprehension of this, but from when I read it, which is how I heard it when you first read it out, it's that he had 3 different opponents all drawing extra cards. 3 different opponents.
Yeah.
It's not the same opponent each time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because he's like, I caught my opponents drawing extra cards by turn 2 or 3 and called the judge. They gave him an opponent. In the second round, the exact same thing happened with a different opponent.
that's why I was saying it's a guy keeping track of
Oh my god,
cheating.
it's a guy keeping track.
That's why I was like, he's the Occam's razor.
No, so
like he's the through line.
Perhaps, but like I just feel like drawing an extra card is so easy to see.
Yeah.
And so if the
But it's
opponent-
also an easy mistake to make.
which is why I think that why the judge has given 3 different warnings because it's 3 different people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes sense to me, but I can definitely see how seems to me of this small sample size, it's a behavior that someone's done in modern tournaments where they can get away with drawing extra cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you play coup and you pretend to be the what is the tax person or whatever?
The Duke.
The Duke. And you're like, yeah, I'm the Duke, and you just take extra money.
Yeah.
You just do that every time because you know that if everyone does it, then you can get away with it.
Mm.
Yeah.
While that is a mechanic of that game, it's like a similar kind of scenario where
Yeah.
everyone's drawing extra cards. I should just draw extra cards too, right?
Okay, yeah. So from that perspective, absolutely. Like if it was the same opponent in 3 different rounds that did that, then yeah, judging tool is important.
Yeah.
Mm.
If it's 3 different people
Yeah.
over 3 different rounds in the same event,
Yeah.
that's just a community that you don't want to be part of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense if the end result is I'm selling all my shit and going somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, then the reaction makes a lot more sense there. But also, like, I don't know, it seems like a really easy mistake to make, especially for somebody like who's beginning or hasn't had a lot of structure to just be like, oh, I accidentally skipped my draw step. Let me draw.
yeah,
You
but
know?
we're talking about modern format here, which isn't really a beginner format.
Yeah.
This is
No.
like $1,000+ deck
Yeah.
format.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Oh, that's more
Serious
intentional then.
players.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
That's why we don't run modern.
They
here.
know what they're doing.
It's a part of the reason.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was just thinking
spiciness.
that would like never happen here. Like we all communicate with each other pretty
Well,
effectively. Like,
we'll see.
no.
I don't know. It's
As
like,
we get bigger, we're gonna have to deal with more people.
I don't know. True.
3.5.
I was literally just thinking about this the other day though, is the fact that we have like a Discord so that we can talk. I think it's really important, like as a staff, to have a Discord with like different channels. We can just be like, oh, this is about this, this is about this, this is about that. So have it all separated. Like the amount of times I can think of my old jobs, like how much easier it would have been if there
Yeah.
was actually a Discord server to talk in.
Yeah.
Like it just makes communication like that way easier and way easier to be like, oh, okay, we have all noted in this like cheating channel that we have
Yeah.
got this same person
I
like
think
doing something.
We used to have a Slack, right?
We
But
used to have
then-
a Slack, and then Slack
Yeah.
wanted us to pay for it. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Ugh,
no,
gross.
there's free options.
Yeah.
So I think we used like the amount of messages or whatever.
Yeah, it
Within a
stopped
really
recording.
You've maxed out your
Yeah.
messages? No.
Yeah, we maxed out free Slack.
Yeah.
And then obviously it became I think we reached a point where we actually had to start recording people's behavior
Yeah.
where we needed historical information.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we needed to be able to go back and see.
Yeah, and searchable to be like, hey, search by
Yeah,
this
yeah.
customer's name or search by this event or whatever.
And I mean, you could do that in a spreadsheet, but ew.
Mm.
Christ. Okay,
So I said 3.5.
3.5
spicy.
chilies.
3 different people, and then half for the judge.
Assuming it's the same judge.
Well, also, like, now upon further consideration, I think maybe it's actually like a 5.
Well,
I think it's
A
actually
whole
big
community makes
spicy.
it a 5.
well,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
It was
Well-
bad enough to make some guy quit playing
That's
Magic.
true.
Like,
That's true.
After
That's
spending
true.
a lot of money on that deck. Too.
yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Dylan?
I split the difference at 4.
Mm.
4 chilies for me. All right. This is a good one.
They've
You can
all been
tell
good.
because of the look on his face.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
This one came from a viewer submission. This is a form submission from someone who watches the channel or in our community Discord.
Shout out.
I gotta stretch for this one.
Oh.
Tip of the tongue, teeth, and the lips.
I GM'd a game where I had a player who was a good friend. I'll call them X. We had extensively discussed that their character would be a double agent, and in the first session, they got some good rolls for lying and hiding this. They did a truly horrible job at hiding it so everyone guessed it outside of their characters, but they all failed to beat X's character's rolls. This was a large party, 8 people, and my older sister had asked to sit in. She sat next to X, and after the game, told me X had been fudging rolls throughout the session. I was notably upset about this, but decided to leave it. In a separate game, I kept an eye on X, and once again, they got a lot of good rolls. This definitely gave the vibe that they were consistently fudging their rolls. Due to other circumstances and players dropping out of the campaign, this didn't continue, so I started a new one. Cheating did sour this game too, so it was hard to run it again. Whilst looking for players, X's older sister told me she was looking for a game, and I had one spot left in the campaign, so I asked if X's older sister wanted to join. She said yes, and that was that. X found out and was outraged. But I just said I owed it to X's sister, as she had GM'd for me in the past. A bit petty, I know, but we had a great time. I didn't really talk to X much after that. I did debate on letting them join some one-shots and mini-campaigns that I planned over several months, but I didn't end up running them. Without any other major red flags, I figured I could sit down and talk to the player if it happened again. But after several months, I assumed they may have changed. Hold on to your horses. Then we got a major red flag. We later found out that X had a secret fanfiction account and wrote a How to Train Your Dragon Snotlout romance fanfic with one of our friends as the main character, named and everything. X had also turned their D&D character into their dragon too. This was the final nail in the coffin for us, as it was truly a bizarre story that involved our friend getting stuck on an island with the character, and some of the descriptions were uncomfortable. Also, who does that? It was weird and freaked the other players out. After this, X was actually banned from any further sessions.
Yeah.
That's the line.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The collective cringe. I felt it from here.
You can cheat. You can say you're rolling nat 20s when you're not. But when you start writing fanfic, there's
But
a
God
lot.
damn it, you write a fanfic, you are done.
Yeah. Well, especially
How to
like
Train Your
How to Train
Dragon
Your
fan.
Dragon. Yeah. Oh, that adds an extra layer of like slime on top. That's just like, oh no. Can we play like Man-Child over the top of this story being read? Like, it's insane. That's so upsetting. Just making, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm visibly
You heard the
uncomfortable.
story and you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, why do they
I
have to name
just-
it the same person though? Like, you could
But
make
why
up
did you do
any
that?
name.
Yeah.
Why did you do that person?
Yeah,
Just
but
tell
why?
them that you have a crush on them. Come on.
Yeah, but also he made himself the dragon.
I
That's-
thought they were
Oh
all
my
dragons.
God.
He made himself the dragon.
You peel this back, it just gets worse.
Yeah,
Are they
there's
all-
a lot of layers here.
Are they all the dragons, or is like he the dragon and then the person
I
is
think
training them?
the person is training them. I don't
Out
want
of
to
all-
know
Then
anymore
for
about
some
the
reason, Snotlout's in there
You
from How to
can-
Train Your Dragon.
story.
You can hire people for this.
You can. That's what I miss about the olden days. Is that you could just
The
hire-
olden days.
yeah. I'm talking about
We're
about,
the same age.
no. I'm talking about Victorian time. You said you could hire someone for this, right?
I meant you can hire someone to be your like dom.
Oh
if that's what you want.
no. Sorry, I was talking about the fan fiction angle.
For
Like-
international viewers, SW is legal in Australia. Completely legal. It's legal.
it's regulated, but
it's
it's legal.
regulated. It's okay. It's not
No, but-
against the law.
But I'm talking about like the fan fiction side of things, not necessarily the dom thing. That's an
Mhm.
entire. If you're into that, cool.
That's what AI is for.
That's what. No.
That's what AI is for. You
No.
just go on there.
No.
Don't feed the
These
AI.
are the prime people who can
This
use
earth
AI.
is burning because I wanted to see a snot-lout dragon fanfic writer.
Ugh.
No. The olden days was you would pay someone if you hated someone, you would pay an artist money to have that person like to create an art piece of that person like literally being shat on by an angel. Those were the golden days.
That actually happened to me.
What?
That happened to me. I had a friend. I was at a anime convention. Yeah. Ooh. I had a friend who had some drama with a photographer, and he offered to take my picture at at an anime convention, and he made my face splotchy and red and just like really overexposed. Like he did a very terrible photo of me.
It's must just you.
Nasty. It was awful. And I was like, what did I do? And then my friend had told me like, oh yeah, that's my ex's blah 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 blah. Like it was a long drama.
So
thing,
it wasn't
like,
even for you. It was you catching strays.
yeah, literally just for being friends with this other person. And I was like, oh God, I've saved the picture. It's an awful picture. It's really terrible. So that can still happen. But
That's a limited edition
so
deep fried
strange.
teddy.
yeah.
Deep fried
Just
Teddy.
bright red and splotchy. I had a really gorgeous gown too. It was like huge. And then just like
Not to that
splotchy,
photographer.
like, oh God, it was awful.
That's a from the vault trading card.
Yeah. Just splotchy Teddy.
Teddy's splotchy gown.
Yeah.
3 mana, 2 fall.
Okay, so if we break this down, the first part of this is them cheating in a D&D game, in a role-playing game. Okay, number one,
Being seen
doing that. Number one, I kind of get it because you just want to succeed, and succeeding is the most fun part of a role-playing game.
Yeah, like the rule of cool, I guess.
I would argue the most fun part of the game for inexperienced players.
For inexperienced players, yes, that's a good distinction. However, just to keep doing it and then being called out on it and then you keep doing it, like, stop. You're ruining everyone else's fun. And it doesn't matter that I feel like you just need to learn that it's okay to roll badly.
Exactly. You're already having your fun in your bedroom writing
That's
your fanfic.
He's pre-gaming.
Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with being creative. But do you have to involve the literal people around you? Maybe?
Yeah. There's a consent issue here. That's just not okay. But also, like, I don't know. This just reads to me as the kind of person who's like min-maxing their character.
Yeah.
You know, and I very much take a piece out of the Critical Role pie when I say that like literally playing flawed characters is way more fun.
Yeah.
And playing failures is way more fun to be like, oh, well, we fell. What are we going to do now? Yeah. You know, instead of just succeeding at everything.
Yeah,
it's not like
challenge?
A superhero story. Yeah. It's a story of like overcoming obstacles with your friends, right? But
so Dylan, you're a DM, right?
Yep.
Is there a way in like an RPG for a GM to sort of take a player who's trying to like not necessarily cheat, but trying to like min-max maybe and put them in a situation where it's got nothing to do with the role?
Yeah, absolutely.
And could that be a way to get around these kind of people without completely excluding them?
Yeah. I think a lot of the times you need to know your character, your player's character sheets to be able to do that. I know like one of the things that I try to do is I try to create personal stakes to a lot of things for people's characters as well. So I think one of the biggest things I had is like in the early days of D&D, we're playing 4th Ed, so it kind of leans itself to min-maxing anyway and having a mixed party that is kind of like that. It's just how the game was. It was more of a minis game than a D&D game. But in saying that, I still treat it as a D&D game. And there was times where I ran, like one game I did was a maze that constantly changed. It was like everyone got into a room and that room changed. And what happened in that room was different based on a role. And one of the roles that could come up, which some of the characters faced, was facing their greatest fear. So there was...
I was there for that.
Yes. You're like, oh, this is
amazing. That's right.
There was one who... I think he was playing either a paladin or a cleric, and his greatest fear was darkness. Because he was, the whole thing was like he was born in the light. He was like a holy paladin of the light or whatever. Like that was his whole thing. So his greatest fear was darkness. And he was a human character too, so he didn't have dark vision or blind sight. Thank God. The first time you walk into a room, it's like the elves are all like dark vision. So he played in a literal blackout room, and I was versing a slard that could like that could negate some of his holy like powers.
Love me a
So
slot.
he min-maxed, but the reality is that he had to play to the mid stats on his character sheet to be able to beat that encounter.
Mhm.
So it's just you got to be creative with it.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of times I find those kind of situations to be teaching more than like punishment. It's, you know, teaching the players that, hey, maybe wisdom isn't a dumb stat.
Mhm.
You know, maybe let's talk about how you can use some of your other stats to help you through adventures where you don't need to just use strength or charisma.
Man, I just had this like weird life epiphany where it's like you don't
While
have to,
Dylan was talking?
yeah, what he was talking about. Like you don't have to like min-max your whole life. It's okay to just go with the
Yeah.
flow and see
It's
what
actually like a
happens.
really good way to look at life.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also this person who this story is about, like I just remembered where it began is that he was being a double agent. I was doing a bad job already. So like he wasn't really good at role playing. Like he did a
Clearly
terrible
he wasn't
job
good at
role playing.
hiding that he was a double agent because
True.
he got found out writing a fan fiction.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not sneaky.
That's insane.
Ugh.
That's insane. All right.
Time to level up.
Yeah. Fucking 11 out of 10 spices.
Yeah.
11 out of 10
Oh, it's
spices.
11 out of
spicy.
10 spices.
It's like when you go on that
Unacceptable.
hot wing show and you can't beat Jennifer Lawrence. Or was
Hot
she
That's
the,
very
the
specific.
last
was she
dab.
the best one? Oh no, the lady from Wednesday,
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna
Oh,
Ortega.
yeah.
I got the J part right.
Mm-hmm. I actually tried that last dab sauce. It made my mouth young.
Mm.
Young. Numb.
Just having flashbacks.
Yeah.
It was the numb.
was terrible.
Teddy was in Nam for a moment there.
Yeah, I was like, I literally put like a toothpick in ranch, and then I dipped my wing in the ranch that had the toothpick with the last dab on it, and my whole mouth was numb. Like I couldn't even taste anything. It wasn't just spice. It was just
Most
like a
American thing
chemical
I've ever
reaction.
heard.
That's how spicy that story was.
Yeah, that level. Of
So
spice.
definitely 5 chilies.
Yep.
I gave it 5 chilies.
Wait, it's out of 5? I thought it was out of 10.
It was out of 5.
It was wait,
well,
so
then
this
it's
whole
11
time?
out of 5.
11 stands.
Yeah.
All right.
So this whole time, have you been rating the other ones out of 5 or 10?
Out of 10. That's okay.
So the one that was
Half
the math
Teddy's
still works?
rating, everyone. Teddy, do the math. That's
Oh,
all right.
no.
Teddy can't.
This is literally every time I make this joke is like, I'm from America. I can't do math. Like, I really can't. I've really been taught wrong. There's something fundamentally wrong.
Oh boy.
I think it was I dipped a toothpick in the ranch and it was too spicy for me.
Yeah.
That was ranch in general is the most American thing you can
Yeah.
put with anything.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like just like mayonnaise?
Well, it's mayonnaise with like flavor.
What? Ranch is like aioli, but more flavor.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
okay.
there's like a powder
Just like
and
is
some
it
herbs.
garlicky? You don't know.
It's like describing the flavors that are in a Pepsi. There's
Connor,
flavors there.
yeah.
but I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know
Pull
what
that
they
up.
are.
What is ranch made of?
Yeah.
What
This is
ranch's
why we have
flavor?
production.
Yeah.
What
up,
is the
Jamie.
ranch flavor?
What is
Ooh.
ranch?
I feel like we could just have a whole
Creamy.
podcast episode. Stuff Teddy does
Yeah.
that we don't do.
Yeah,
Ranch
yeah.
sauce
Ranch.
or dressing is a creamy, tangy American condiment based on buttermilk, mayonnaise, and sour cream seasoned with herbs like dill,
Oh.
parsley, chives, garlic, and onion.
Okay.
That's the whitest
Oh,
thing
it
I've
is
ever
garlic.
said. It's based on milk, mayonnaise, and sour cream. It's like,
It's. I like that it's buttermilk
yeah.
Yeah.
with mayonnaise. So it's like let's make it sweeter
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
of all with
And then
buttermilk.
and when we bring it back with the
And we
sour
bring it back with the sour
Mhm.
cream. We're gonna bring it back with the sour cream.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna just throw herbs at
Let's make
Yeah.
bad mayo, but more calorically dense.
it.
And
Spaceman
it's
food dressing.
herbs.
herbs.
No H.
Herbs. No
Herbs.
H.
The
Yeah,
herbs.
sorry.
Look, I'm sure it's great. I didn't mean to sound so bad. I'm so sorry.
I'm sure it's fine.
As a person who can't even handle sweet chili, I probably would love ranch.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
It's really nice. It's really good on pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
I look forward to the
Pineapple?
comment being like hot ones when.
Yeah.
All right. Next story.
Okay.
Let's dial it back.
Okay.
Yeah. Serious time.
This one's a nice one.
Oh, it's a nice one.
Oh.
Less
Me and a friend were playing the Stardew Valley board game for the first
Oh.
time. We had read the rules and were having a blast, completing tasks and getting resources to win the game. By the end of it, no, we don't have it over there.
Yeah,
We
we're
sold
out.
out.
Oh yeah, here it is. Here's one I prepared earlier.
The Stardew Valley board game.
Yeah,
Available
get the one
now at
with the ripped cover.
volgames.com.
This is the only
The
one.
ripped,
Yeah,
It
'cause
doesn't
they're
affect the game, okay?
just ripped plastic, yeah. Okay, me and a friend were playing the Stardew Valley board game for the first time. We had read the rules and were having a blast completing tasks and getting resources to win the game. By the end of it, we were looking at the rules to clarify something. We discovered that we had been cheating almost the entire game without realizing it. We were at the point that we just decided to finish up the game how we had been playing it already, as it was too close to the end of the game to go back. But we did keep it in mind for when we played it again in the future. We were getting too many animal resources and flipping over the community center quest without paying hearts because we didn't befriend any villagers. But we did have fun and it helped us play better next time.
Okay, so like I do this constantly.
Yeah.
Like yes.
Yeah, exactly.
We played a co-op game wrong.
Eh.
We played a board game together in which we agreed on the rules and played it the entire time. Like,
Look, I think they did the exact right thing. You realize you were playing it wrong. You finish out the game the way you were playing it, and then next time you play it with the correct rule. Ick.
yeah, exactly.
Not cheating.
Not cheating. No.
Mm.
Cheating requires intent.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah,
like-
intent. Mhm.
Yeah. It's like you put this next to the people who are intentionally drawing magic cards.
Yeah.
Or
This is
intentionally
a-
writing
A
fanfics about
0 out of 0.
Yeah, I gave it
Zero.
1.
Wait,
Yeah,
0
one. The
out-
amount of
yeah.
times that I've like played a board game and then we're like, it seems too easy. Seems like I solved this game really easily, and then I like read the rules the next day and be like, oh, I'm supposed to do that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, like, how many times have we played board games against each other and it's just end up like, oh, we played this thing wrong the whole time. We either finish out the turn playing it wrong and then start
Yeah.
playing it right from there, or
Yeah.
we just finish out the game playing it wrong and then we go, cool, whatever happened this game, it doesn't matter.
But
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
have fun?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
the point. You're playing board
fun.
games, particularly playing co-op games. You're playing
Yeah.
co-op games with your friends,
I
so
love-
have fun.
I like not to call myself out, but if we're playing a co-op game and then you like roll something, or you're like, I'm gonna do this, and then you roll it and it's bad, and you're gonna like die, and the game's gonna end. You'd be like, I didn't actually do that.
yeah.
I didn't
This is
actually.
theoretically could have
Us
happened.
playing Vantage. Oh, that didn't. Yeah, I chose that one instead.
I did this
yeah.
other one.
Yeah,
That was
that's
my practice
crazy.
roll. Practice roll, guys.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, everyone had choose your own adventure books, right? And they just like kept
Yes.
a mark on the like. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
usually
yeah.
kept my finger at the
Keep your
choice,
finger
the
in there
choice
and
page.
you're like,
I had a
"Oh, I
takes
died."
backsy
Okay.
counter.
Yeah.
Take back the counter.
Though I do recall like being like 11 and one point having like 3 fingers in the decisions back, just to know that okay, I'll change it back to this. Okay, if I go the other route.
So you had 3 fingers in, Dylan, unlike the other day when I saw you dog ear a book.
Oof.
Thank you.
Unacceptable.
Shame.
My book.
That's cheating. Yeah, that's not okay.
Was it like a cheap paperback or like?
No, it was a
No.
hardcover Game of Thrones book.
Oh,
Hardcover,
Dylan,
Night of Seven
no.
Kingdoms.
Bookmarks are like $2, man.
It also had a dust cover, which you can use as,
As a
the
bookmark.
bookmark.
You'll find no friends here, Dylan.
Yeah.
You did the wrong thing.
You're in the
But
wrong.
I'm putting it in my bag to read on the train and stuff. Like you can't
Look-
put a dust cover in your bag.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
To protect
You
the
don't
book.
have like a receipt, anything.
I don't buy books.
your
They
go
get given
card.
to me.
Use
I
your
don't use a
Kindle
go
as a
card.
bookmark.
Thanks, Amazon.
Look, capitalism dictates that is your property, but what
Yeah.
you've done with your property is objectively incorrect.
Incorrect.
Yeah.
By the group.
Yeah.
How many
consensus.
chilies is that then, huh?
that?
That-
Dog earing your book?
Yeah.
5.
5 chilies.
I don't know. It's like 4. It's not the worst. If it like actively like if you like if it was dog-eared and then put into a wet bag,
Yeah.
5.
Oh yeah, true.
I have seen pictures like on TikTok of people using like a splat of ketchup as a bookmark. So like there are
ranch.
worse things.
That's true. You could use like a magic card. Don't you have like a million of those, Dylan?
Yeah, I got like one of them just sitting on my. You know what's really funny is I have one sitting on the bedside table right next to the book.
No, can't use that. Mm-mm.
Don't
It's
use that.
persistent petitioners, just like
They're everywhere, bro.
yeah.
Okay, so one thing I'm noticing in terms of like the spiciness of these is like the stakes of what the thing is.
Mm.
So like, board game, casual board game, you're just playing with your friends, very low stakes.
Yeah.
If you're playing like a game of Catan in a Catan tournament to go to from the Queensland Nationals to the Australian National Championship, and you're playing a game rule wrong, and everyone at the table's playing the rule wrong, bit more spicy.
Mhm.
Yikes.
If you're playing in a modern tournament where you've got $1,000 decks, high level of spice, D&D games with your friends, and then it turns into weird.
Yeah,
Weird,
should be low
unconsensual
level.
That's
fun.
spicy for a different reason.
It is, but like the stakes are still there, right? Your
Yeah.
friendship is
Yeah.
on the line, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway,
All right, on to the next one. Again, another submission from our viewers and Discord community.
Viewer.
Yeah,
it's gonna have
I
more.
know that was needlessly mean.
It's
That
gonna have
was
more
really-
now that we're here.
Don't forget, if you want to catch every episode of From the Vault podcast, hit subscribe. Get the bell on to get notified. every time a new
click
video
on
goes
that
live
bell.
here. Yeah, click
Bing,
the
bing.
bell. Bing, bing. Or follow us on Spotify if you're watching on Spotify.
Call to action.
Call to action. Subscribe. All right.
Uh-oh. Connor's clicking.
Connor's clicking a lot. Okay, so next story from a viewer of our community or on our community Discord, discord.gg/vaultgames. I had someone say that I was cheating. This was when Age of Sigmar was first coming out. So I decided that I wanted to start a new army. I chose Tzeentch. I'll add my list if you want to read it out. It's a Kairos, a Lord of Change. So Kairos Fate Weaver is like the greater demon of Tzeentch. Lord of Change is the non-named greater demon of Tzeentch. Zengor Shaman, Ogroid Thaumaturge, 3 times 10 units of Pink Horrors, and 6 times Zengor Skyfires.
What's your
So-
initial reaction to that list, Teddy?
A Kairos Fate Weaver?
Bro,
Get out of here.
Bro likes
They
casting
were
spells.
cheating.
No, Teddy, it's so much worse because first edition AOS was a cluster jam of an edition. It was
I just
literally
don't
the
like
most
him now.
beer and pretzels. Like, that seems like a rule edition.
yeah, and
yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't.
This is when you got a bonus for having a beard and playing Fire Slayers or something.
Yeah, or yelling charge and playing Bretonnian and that kind of thing. The fact that Kairos Fate Weaver was 50% of a turn 0 game win,
Yeah.
that tells you.
Well, this is probably why.
yeah.
There was an artifact that when you rolled an unmodified double for casting a spell, it'll give you 2 summoning points that you could then use
Yeah.
to summon more demons.
Mhm.
And this is also back in the era where you didn't have to pay points for summons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um,
And lizardmen were also demons.
Yeah.
Kairos and the Lord of Change have an ability where the lowest number you roll matched the highest. And
They
the wording
still
of
have
it,
that ability.
The wording of it was weird. So all the games I had prior to this one, everyone agreed that the artifact worked with the rule.
Yeah.
Because it counts as having rolled the same number.
Yeah, because then you're rolling 2 6s instead of
Yeah.
a 6 and a 1. Yeah.
Now, this was a casual game, and a new person came in looking for a game. I had my army, and I was looking for a game as well, so we set up and the dice started rolling. When it was my turn, I started casting my spells, and when my Lord of Change was about to cast, I told the person what has happened with the rule, and he looked annoyed and pissed. He
Yeah.
told me that I couldn't do that. I showed him the rules for the Lord of Change, and that really annoyed him. He called me out, saying that I'm a cheater and was
Aw.
trying to break my Lord of Change.
Oh, wait. Like physically?
No.
Okay.
He thought I was trying to break my Lord of Change.
Yeah.
The store owner, hearing all this, came up and asked what was going on. The person told him the situation. The store owner read the rules and agreed on my end. That
Mhm.
really pissed the other player off, and he started packing his things. While doing so, he tried to slip my Lord of Change off the table. This got him banned from
Oh
the
my
store.
God.
Yeah.
He tried to slip the Lord of Change off the table. He tried to break someone's model. He was
Yeah.
that annoyed.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably a bit of overreaction. Is there a new? Do they say it's a new player?
Yes.
Yeah.
New player.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess I'm not as well versed in Age of Sigmar as y'all, but I feel like Lord of Change against a new player is probably not the
It's
best.
not a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
move.
Yeah.
It's very techy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not a good
Let
move.
me have these 4 really strong spellcasters in my
Mhm.
list, plus a bunch of demons that I'll just get back with these
No.
spellcasters. Keep working.
But that
Yeah.
being said, like, you can still have like a Rule 0 before an Age of Sigmar game, right?
Well, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You absolutely
So-
should have a rule 0 where you're like, this is my army. This is what it does.
Yeah.
These are the abilities that Kairos
Yeah.
and the Lord of Change have.
and I'm not,
And this is how
yeah,
I'm going
but-
to play it. That should have happened way earlier.
I'm not saying that what the person like person with the Siege army did was wrong or anything.
Mm.
I'm just saying, like, to prevent any kind of scenarios where it could get out of hand, maybe you could look at that. But then also, I feel like the new player probably got it's a bit of an overreaction.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Absolutely. Especially because it's like the whole point of the hobby is that everybody's putting time into it. I bet it was painted. I bet it was lovely. I bet this guy put a lot of time into it. This is his only army because otherwise, why would you bring Zinch against a new player?
Yeah.
So, like,
They could have just been the only one they had on him at the
oh,
time.
yeah, true. But like, it's just, it's really, really an insane reaction. I'm glad like the store owner
Yeah.
stepped
Bought
in
it,
and was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, actually, this is how we've been playing this. And it's also like a really good thing. Anytime I've made like a judge call or something, especially with like Riftbound lately, I'm like, hey, that does seem a little bit weird, but this is how everybody has been calling it.
Yeah.
There might be an FAQ later. There might be an errata later. There
Yeah.
might be
Yep.
something that comes up later. But as per right now, this is how it's being ruled.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's like a casual, and again, it's not a casual game. Look at the
Mhm.
stakes here.
No stakes.
What are you?
But I'm going to break
gain-
your
what-
model.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you
exactly.
gaining from that? Is it the power dynamic again? Is it
I
like?
want to feel good.
Mhm.
And then it's like, I'm not trying to like poo-poo on the people submitting these stories, but what are they
Mhm.
leaving out?
Yeah, exactly. Like this guy immediately was not on. He was just
Yeah.
like, that's unacceptable. I don't know.
So
It
there
just
could be more at play.
yeah, there's definitely more at play. And also, I mean, one of the things that I was recently talking with another one of our Warhammer players here at the store was we're about to have like a 40K league coming up.
Mhm.
And there's a whole bunch of people who haven't been regularly playing here. So
Mm.
some of the regulars are like, ooh, we're about to like meet new people. How do we make sure that we're keeping our etiquette up?
Mm.
How do we make sure that we're doing everything above board and
Mhm.
meeting all these new people and like making sure that everything is communicated effectively? And we've been doing like a really good job at that, but it sounds like maybe that's not what happened
Yeah.
here, you know? No lists were sent to each other
Yeah,
beforehand, you know?
The 15-minute pre-timed game, like pre-timed round of like, hey, this is what my army is.
Right. This is
Yeah.
that's the part I hate the most about Warhammer. I hate explaining my army.
Yeah.
I can't pay attention when somebody's explaining theirs, and I hate explaining mine. I'd rather just start playing, but you have to do it.
Teddy, if we verse each other in like a Spearhead or Combat Patrol tournament again, do I need to like put on like Subway Surfers just in front of me while I explain my
Yeah,
list?
exactly. And then I'm like, and you what? Okay, cool, whatever.
So yeah, I think our league game, like our preamble where we were going through our armies, was like the quickest either of us have ever done. You're like,
Yeah.
they're lizards, they do lizard things. I'm like, trolls.
Yeah, and
it
we
was
were like,
literally
okay, go.
2 minutes done, we're in the game.
Yeah.
And then the game ended up taking like 5 hours.
Yeah, right.
What
Because
about-
that's the fun part.
Yeah.
What about just like a little list with dot points?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here's my PowerPoint presentation about my army.
Yes.
No, I
Just
also
play
just
it.
want to
During
chime
the
in.
command phase, this is what happens.
Yeah. These are what I'm going to do during my command phase.
Mm.
No, I also think, just taking in the context of the time, I don't think the Rule Zero conversation as a concept, like formalized, existed back then. Like
Yeah,
there
of
was
course.
Yeah.
definitely like a divide between like,
Yeah.
oh, well, I'm here to play a tournament.
Oh, I
or
forgot. Yeah. It
I'm
was
here to
earlier
play,
on.
you know,
Mhm.
AOS, whatever,
Yeah,
like
great
as a
point.
casual pickup game.
Yeah.
But that pre-game conversation of like, well, what are you looking for from the game? What can I do? Or what can we both do to adjust?
Mhm.
Didn't really exist across the board back then as like an accepted concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, great point.
I think that's something that I really enjoy about our store and how we've cross-pollinated a lot of the play groups is that Rule Zero discussion from Commander is filtered out to like nearly every other part of the
Yeah.
store's community.
Yeah.
So like having, particularly with Trent being a leader in the Warhammer community as well,
Yeah.
that kind of has caused this to happen. Where a lot of times, you know, we'll start a tournament and like it's not a tournament round 15. Usually you get 15 minutes at the start of a tournament round to explain what your army does to your opponent. But a lot of times I'm finding in those 15 minutes is that I'm talking with my opponent going, hey, these are kind of the things that my army does. These are the kind of things that you should be looking out for. What kind of things should I be looking out for you? It becomes more of a discussion rather than a rattling off of a list and
Yeah.
the rattling off like, hey, you should just know this. It's like,
Mhm.
no, you got any questions? Let's talk it out. Let's have a chat.
Well, and also a discussion of like, this is how experienced I am. How many
Yeah.
games have you had? How much have you run this army? Do you need my help with anything?
Yeah,
Like,
these are things that I've encountered playing this army as well.
Mhm.
Like as an example of what happened today, I versed Custodes in the Combat Patrol
Yeah.
tournament. And both him and I at the start of the discussion, after going through our entire going through what our guys do and our lists and asking questions back and forth, we kind of both came to the summation that the first unit that touches another unit in combat is going to be the team that wins, and that sure enough what happened. Like we look at the scores, and they are very spread out in the score points. Like someone definitely overwhelmed the opponent from a score perspective, but we both knew going into it, and then at the end we had that discussion as well. That at the end of it, it's like, hey, like it just came down to dice rolls, and I got lucky enough to hit in first.
Well, when I came over to
really
talk to you, literally, like it was a foregone conclusion, but you both still had a good attitude.
Yeah.
You know, nobody was upset.
Yeah, it was a flip of the coin over who gets the first hit, and as soon as that first person hit, the game was decided.
Yeah.
But we both went in there knowing that because of how we had that first that real zero discussion. So yeah.
Yeah, nice.
So anyway, spiciness. How many chilies?
2.
2?
74.
74?
Yeah.
Well, they're more into.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
I think
unacceptable.
it was
this
the
include the-
attempted vandalism.
Yeah, yeah, the
that
attempted
kicks it off.
vandalism.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's true.
yeah.
That's true.
Because like that accidentally happened to me during our AOS tournament. One of my good friends, I was watching the final tournament, and this is the only tournament he's ever won. As he won, I was so excited. I jumped out of my chair and I knocked over his Stormdrake guard, and the wings broke in a very difficult to put together way. It was just devastating in that moment of like, yes, I finally won. It was a very hard fought, long game.
Teddy.
I know it was unacceptable. And I'm very lucky that the guy was a good friend of mine
Yeah.
and still is a good friend of mine, I think.
For now.
Yeah, for now. But like was really, really understanding because I was just so excited. I
Yeah.
was like, yay, you
I
won.
mean, who
Like,
knows?
this is insane.
Who
yeah.
knows what fanfics are being written?
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, Teddy, you're like the best hype man for like any miniatures game. You're always just like hanging around, keeping the energy high.
Yeah,
So, like,
exactly. The energy was just a little too high.
Yeah, I think
it was just
anybody that
little
knows you
bit.
understands why
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. He was very understanding and it was okay. But like, even in that circumstance, I still feel really bad.
Yeah.
Like accidentally
Mm.
doing something like that. So to like intentionally try to hurt
Mhm.
somebody, because the effort that goes into these
Yeah.
minis is like so much.
So much time.
Right. And some people really treat their minis like they're babies.
Yeah.
Like some people is like, oh, please don't shoot this unit. Like not these guys, not my little guys, you know? Like, so
Yeah.
I can really understand emotional attachment to something, especially if you're a Zinj player. You're going to put a lot of effort into your Lord of Change and into your Kairos Fate.
Yeah.
You're like trying to hurt those minis, trying to break them, trying to hurt them. You're hurting them.
To literally, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not okay.
I mean, one box of pink horror, like one unit of pink horrors is 60 minis. So like,
yeah.
By the time it breaks down, yeah.
yeah.
I gave it a 4 chili rating
Okay,
based
that's
on
my
the
bad. I
based
forgot
on
about
the
the whole
vandalism.
breaking the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, bump that up to like a 4.
All right. On the next story, this came from our post on r/D&D on Reddit. So it's done by a user called Hydrathesia. Hydrathesia.
We have a Reddit.
No, I have a Reddit account that I then posted on various subreddits.
Okay. I'm like,
Nice.
what?
All right, it's from r/D&D. It was a newbie-friendly game at my local gaming store, teaching people how to make characters and play. One of the players was cheating big time. I could focus on the players who were legitimately trying and help them, or I could focus on stopping him from cheating. I chose the former. Props to GM, by the way, helping the players out, screw the cheaters. This is where it gets good. He took himself out when he split from the party and stumbled upon a mirror of opposition. I believe that is a mirror that creates a mirror version of yourself.
Right.
No one came to help him because he'd been so obnoxious and he died to his cheating self. It was pretty epic.
Let's go.
Slay.
The game dealt with him.
I mean, that
Mm.
seems like a pretty good outcome, I reckon.
That's a great outcome.
That seems like the exact right thing to do for a cheater and just be like, what are you going to do with this now?
That's like an R.L. Stein Goosebumps kind of like,
Yeah.
this is your comeuppance.
Well, it's also like way better too, because like most of the time, like as a GM trying to deal with somebody who's like not keeping along with everything on the table, it's just like, okay, rocks fall, everybody dies, you know?
Mm.
But like having something that mechanically is very interesting and
Yeah.
also very, very juicy for the rest of the players to be like, ha ha.
I really like
deal
that.
with this.
I'm going to keep the mirror of opposition in my back pocket for like
yeah,
later.
yeah, that's sick actually.
I guess you could do, that's like another, when I asked you for example before, where you're like, what else could you do? Be like, this unique opportunity has come on. Who wants to take it? And then if the party is smart, which clearly they were, Or you could even like direct it to that player
Yeah.
and be
Yeah.
like, do you want to do this? And if they say yes, pandering to their ego,
Mhm.
and then they just go kill themselves.
Ah, hoist it upon your own petard.
Yeah.
If they spend so much energy to min-max, it's because they're desperately chasing the hero moment all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
They want to be that focal point, the center of the the framing of the whole adventure.
Yeah.
And if they're hoisted by their own petard, I think I might have to chuck the old mirror of opposition in my back pocket too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sick.
Even
Everybody
in other
take
games
note.
where it doesn't even have a stat block, it'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, do this thing, Cyberpunk. Like,
What do you? We're playing. Was it Imperium Maledictum? Like Maledictum. Like we're not even
Yeah.
playing a D&D, and you're like a mirror of oppositions here. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Sorry,
heresy.
guys. Heresy. It is,
Yeah.
boys. I gave that a 2 chili rating. I don't know what you guys
Yeah.
want to give that.
Yeah, like 2-ish.
Low
Yeah,
stakes,
I would say
funny.
1. The GM dealt with it
Yeah.
appropriately.
I question whether the GM dealt with it at all.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, they
just
had to
this-
have the mirror in the first place.
Exactly. I guess.
The mirror reveals all.
Of Arised.
That's desire back. No Harry Potter talk in this podcast.
Don't support turfs.
All right. Next one is a form submission from our community. This one's unknown, but based on some conversations in the general chat,
We can figure it out.
I reckon this one's joke.
He's got some good stories.
He's got some good stories.
He's been around, yeah.
So this happened about 12 years ago during the dark days of 7th edition Warhammer 40k,
Ugh.
where the scene was horrible. Agreed.
Yeah. Connor's cringing.
I had just come 8th in a tournament, so I was looking around the store when I smelt this awful poo smell.
Okay.
I turned around and the top table was still playing, as one of the people there had just shit himself and was quickly packing up his models, saying he just had bad food poisoning. After he left, I spoke to the other player who said this guy started complaining about food poisoning out of nowhere in the 3rd battle round when he, the player that this person's talking to, was 10 victory points in front of the food poisoned player,
Mhm.
which he found suspicious because if you had food poisoning, why the hell would you come in?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. That's the whole story.
Because that's like contagious and stuff. Gastro.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
Feels-
food service, you can't. You can't
Do
go
you say he
in.
was losing by 10 VP?
Yeah.
So he got 10 poison counters.
It's-
Yeah, look, to be fair, in the old dark days of 7th, right? A 10 VP swing like that was pretty insurmountable to come back
Right.
Yeah,
from.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can't come back
So
from that.
to you know what I mean? Like
yeah, I'm gonna save face by shitting myself.
he had that thing locked and loaded. He's like, I'm gonna preamble it now. Chekhov's shot.
Oh,
Like,
no. No thanks.
And then-
Do you
But
reckon he came
also-
in that day with the intent to shit himself too? Is like, if it all goes pear-shaped, I know my way out.
Yeah.
I got
doing
something in my back pocket.
And by back pocket, he means his ass.
He's
Yeah.
and this is for the American contingent here. He's doing what the kids call Arby's maxing.
I don't know what that means.
Arby's is.
Oh, Arby's.
Yeah.
Right.
I miss Arby's.
Okay.
Really good
After
for
that story,
Which particular
clearing out your digestive
Ah.
system.
That's what
Oh.
Denny's is for.
Yeah.
Go to New Zealand. They have Denny's.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
We'll go.
I mean, you
Book
could
a
use
flight.
like any Australian Indian restaurant, right?
some of them are good.
They're just Taco Bell.
Man.
There we do have Taco Bell.
Taco Bell's
Yeah,
very
we have Taco
effective.
Bells.
There's like 3 of them
Carl's
now.
Jr.'s in the valley as well.
Also, I'm just imagining our community member standing there and being like, wait a minute.
I have that ready. Just see some guy at the table losing the car.
Do you reckon?
raining.
Like, we're dads, so
Yeah.
we've seen this happen in real life.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they were like a 2-year-old too, just like standing there, like
They just stop.
Oh,
talking.
yeah. Suddenly there's a face.
you're like
Oh,
you're
man.
like a little bit red as they're trying to push it out?
Seen my toddler lock in many a time. Like it's like he's in a flow state.
Are you pooping? No.
No.
Can you imagine doing that to your opponent though?
Yeah,
Are you
Are you
pooping?
Are you making stinky? No.
Oh, someone's got a stinky bum bum.
I'm playing Nurgle. It's for the law. Bro, you're playing Space Wolves.
Oh man,
Bro.
Yeah, if you're playing Spaceballs, aren't they meant to cover it up?
They're in full fit.
Yeah, maybe he thought he was a real space marine and he could poop in his suit and then just go away.
Oh.
Oh man,
This is just reminding me about the conversation that we had at dinner for the work Christmas party about how Space Marines expel waste and what their bodies look like.
sounds intriguing.
It was very interesting. There is
Law.
not a lot of lore, but there is lore about it, and we learned a lot.
I just
Stinky.
Yeah.
I know I don't have a rating on this panel, but like you got to give it 6 for at least the commitment to want to just missile dive your entire reputation in a
Absolutely.
Warhammer tournament.
Guys going to the lunch break, going on how to get out of this.
Yeah.
Is
I don't
it
wanna
like
play
a
anymore.
forfeit though?
I would hope so.
Yeah. No, we're playing through, guys. There's only 20 minutes left in the round. We're going to play through.
You
Well, I
pop
mean,
around
him
the coals to
walking,
get
that
some
has a real
pets.
trickle down effect. You know what I mean? Like on the rest of the tournament, guys.
No.
I'm just imagining
shit.
just like just Dookie in pants packing everything up. Just being like, oh, I gotta put these carefully in my like Citadel miniatures case. Like one by one, fitting them into the foam. Just like everybody's looking at you and sniffing. Like,
I assume at least half the people would have left that room at that point,
Yeah,
and then the other
exactly.
half can't smell it because there's a field. The Lynx Africa is not strong enough, dude.
Oh,
Like,
no.
It's just the act, like
The
it's
axe
just
body
the
spray.
action
Lynx
of the
body spray.
tiniest guy.
yeah, one
Like,
by fucking
At that
one.
point, you wouldn't just go like, "Oh, I'm gonna go." No.
unfortunately, he was playing a guardsman army, so
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Oh, that's funny shit.
Dookie is funny. Like
Dookie's
objectively.
funny.
Okay,
heard
but
it here,
like,
folks.
when was 7th edition? How long ago? Like, what, 10 years?
7th edition came out while I was on my honeymoon. So
'Cause
we're in
12 years
I
ago.
was in
Well,
high
20
school.
2014.
10
What?
10 years.
But
Yeah.
we're in 10th right now, about to go into 11th.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10?
Yeah.
But each
7th edition came out in
lasts
2014.
2 to 3 years.
24. Oh, they last a while.
Yeah.
They last about
Oh.
2 years, yeah.
But I'm just thinking, like, in terms of what your typical game store was like.
what?
Was
That's
there,
true. Vault Games did not exist as a
Was
bricks
there
and mortar
much of
store.
a difference in the smell? You know, that's bit.
Yeah,
That's
May
bit. That's poor form.
2014.
That's my bad.
It was the year after I graduated high school, May
Yeah.
2014.
Oh.
So I played through 6th edition through the end of high school.
Commitment. You're still here. You're still playing.
Barely. I'm barely holding on to my hobby as it is, you know, like
Hey, as both fathers with young children, we are holding onto our hobbies with like
Yeah.
white knuckles.
maybe
Dad's
that's
Two
something we
Hobby
could
podcast win.
The diversity.
Yeah.
Well, we've already discussed that as a possible topic. All right. So yeah, spicy rating,
Yeah, we already said it was like a million.
a million.
Yeah. A million on the
A
Scoville
million
scale.
Scoville, a million Scoville. I gave it the highest possible rating of 5 chilies, but
Correct.
if we could give it more, I guess we would.
Yeah.
That's a good story. Love to hear more.
I bet that community member has a lot.
give us give us more Dookie stories.
Yeah.
Tournament Dookie stories in the chat.
Mm.
That'd be funny. That'll be funny when that comments start coming through. All right, the next one is from r/Age of Sigma from our Reddit post. The username is Nissa of Zendikar.
That's not Sigmar.
What?
no,
Okay.
She went to a different plane.
I faced one guy at a narrative event where in two of the corners of the battlefields, there were healing pools that could be activated, but you had to remember to do it. This guy thought I hadn't remembered about one of them and was going to teleport a hero to one to regenerate and summon more units, another thing that could be done. But it wasn't one of the active ones. I knew where the active one was, but he wanted to argue that this was in fact the active one because he thought this was going to get him the win.
Mhm.
I just let him argue it because I had a clever plan that would screw him out of the actual one he needed, which was the actual active one, but the one he'd spent time arguing that it wasn't, just to clarify.
Hey.
Anyway, I let it play out, and then it got to my turn. I annihilated a different flank of his, and suddenly on his turn, he tried to make use of that second pool, the one that was meant to be active, but he argued wasn't, because he'd thought the other one was going to benefit him more. I reminded him of how he'd already used the active pool, the one he argued so much for. Then he just had to sit there looking furious because his own lie the turn before was now causing him to lose. He lost the game and he was incredibly shitty about it too, which just added to the satisfaction, to be honest.
Amazing. I mean, it seems like they handled that very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The
Comeuppance.
perfect.
I love the use of it.
Actually,
Yeah.
like,
Actually, you're going to lose now.
yeah.
I love the use of the word shitty after that last story.
Yeah.
Just like, that's the power move, bro. If
It
you're
flowed
losing,
nicely, yeah. He should have shit himself, really. That was...
it's the power move.
It's the new hack.
Yeah.
You tournament hack from 12 years ago,
Please,
everyone.
nobody do this.
Do not do this in our store.
Other stores, fine.
Do not care.
Not here.
Just no.
Yeah, just never.
Cut out that
Yeah.
behavior.
No,
But,
I do really like how this person was like, obviously they're arguing back and forth. They're not going to be able to convince them. But when it comes up to the opponent's turn again and they try to use the other one and they're like, that's not what you said.
Mm.
That is the truth, but it's also not what you said.
Like a little like Telltale Games, like Nista of Zendikar will remember this. Like
Yeah,
pops
yeah,
up
yeah.
in the corner.
Exactly.
Everybody hated that.
Everybody hated that.
Just
It
stop-
seems like it could have been solved, though, again, by just saying, Judge, he's disagreeing with me and this is not what's
the
supposed to
start
happen.
of that story sounded like, in like a sitcom or something where the whole plot is just one person didn't tell someone about the other thing. And then the whole episode is them trying to do a thing and then they can't because they didn't communicate about it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Every
like-
plot ever.
That's just
Oh,
life,
we
bro.
didn't communicate effectively. Like,
You
Like,
don't get it,
just
Jerry. It was I had the correct healing pool. I should have won that game,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
what's the deal with
Healing
healing pools?
What's the deal with alternating objectives in narrative games?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
So pretty good. I felt it was good comeuppance on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I gave it 3 chilies.
I would give it a 3 as well. Out of 5.
out of 5.
Out of 5, 2.
Ooh, 2 chilies.
Yeah. Not as spicy. Could be spicier.
I mean, there's been many an instance in Age of Sigmar games with alternating objectives where
Yeah.
people
Especially in the
you
current
get
season.
lost in the sauce of rolling dice in combats where you get to do it twice every battle round.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just forget.
Yeah.
Is the sauce ranch?
The sauce you're lost in.
Swimming in the sauce.
Alrighty.
Are the healing pools full of ranch?
For Teddy, they are.
Yeah. Always.
Teddy's actually got a ranch themed AOS terrain board at home.
Yo.
You're spoiling it.
that the
Sorry,
one-
that was the reveal. Next episode. Next episode.
Is that the one where you eat it as you go?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
vegetables are hazardous terrain.
Yeah.
Oh, my Seraphon army is Dino Nuggies.
You have to make that now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dino
yeah.
Nuggies, yeah.
And then I guess the Zinch could just be regular nuggets, right?
Yeah.
Chicken nuggets, Lord
Mhm.
of like just like an unholy amalgamation of chicken nuggets making the Lord of Change.
But
And
somehow-
Sylvaneth can be plant-based nuggets.
Plant-based.
Yes.
Shout out
And
my
you could
vegans.
you could like make your own batter and dye it a certain color, like pink. You have to
You
do
can make
this
like
now.
deep
I'm
fried dice. We have
cooking.
to physically put them in the fryer.
Deep fry your dice.
Yeah. It's like corn dice.
Oh,
Corn dice.
You
Oh
can
my
play
goodness.
blades of corn with actual corn.
Actual corn.
I just want fritters.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just seriously
I'm
thinking about
hungry.
fritters.
All right. Our next one
Corn
comes.
chips. Sorry. Can you imagine the corn?
Doritos.
You could have Cool Ranch Doritos as well. Then you get double ranch. Anyway.
It goes deep.
All right, on to the next one. This one comes from our r/magic TCG post from the username MDRA. There is a particular commander player that I often see on casual nights that likes to throw his longevity in the game as a way to enforce how he thinks interaction should pan out or how other cards work. Or how older cards work, sorry. For example, when I play a Tombstone Stairwell, he'll argue about how many zombies are spawned. Another example, whenever there is a particularly complex stack, he will say, that's not how the stack plays out, and claim something that usually ends up benefiting him. I would call for a judge in this situation, but on busy nights, we can't always get a hold of one in a timely manner. Sort that out.
It's very busy. Continue with the story.
So the younger and meeker players will just let it go to let the game move on. When he tries to pull this stunt on me, I whip out the trigger tokens, Google card rulings, and walk through the interactions until he gives up and claims, well, that's not how it used to be.
Oh, dear. Yep.
I get the vibe that this guy does this a lot, and not enough people push back since he keeps doing this whenever I come across him in a pod. Not a big enough deal where I think he should be banned, but it happens enough to think he's being a bad influence on new players. Calling him out on his habits doesn't stop him from continuing them either. It's always the same excuses when he's proven wrong. He is not a player I particularly enjoy playing with, but he is indirectly the reason why I started playing more CEDH, competitive EDH. At least at those tables, people are on their A game with how the stack resolves, and they are very friendly about teaching obscure rules and specific interactions. I don't think I have ever come across a CEDH player that cheated, but that's just my personal experience.
That's really interesting.
I think that's largely my experience on Commander Nights here, too. A lot of the interaction we have in which there's a negative experience is somebody taking advantage of, like, misrepresenting the power level of their deck or misrepresenting where they should actually be placed in the, like, table systems that we have, because we have a lot of systems in place to prevent this from happening.
Yeah.
And number one is communication. Number one is like judging tools, like you've been talking about. Like, I guarantee you, like, if this happened here, we would have known about it. We would have been on top of it.
Yeah.
Like,
don't let this become a sitcom, everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, communication is key. I think one of the big things, the big red flags for me in this one, is about how this player is dealing with new, inexperienced players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not at the CEDH table. He's at the social table.
Yeah.
Like,
I have a bit of a story. I had a player. This was back in the earlier days of the store around when we were at Charlotte Street. The commander scene was starting to pop up a bit at the store.
Yeah.
And we had I guess I'd say like an intermediate player. He'd been relatively new. He's been playing for like 6-7 months now. So he kind of got the game and knew how it was going. And him and I were playing at a table with two brand new players, people who had like just picked up pre-con decks, like pre-constructed decks, and started playing that day. Or they had borrowed decks and started playing that day. Now, this person was playing a deck at the time that's called Scion of the Ur-Dragon. The way this deck works is he would spend some mana and would look through his deck for a dragon to play. That dragon goes into his graveyard, so he can't really play it again, and then the Scion of the Ur-Dragon will become a copy of that dragon. So it allows you to kind of like just look for a specific effect in your deck and then play it out.
Yeah.
Now, that's really threatening piece. It doesn't mean that he can do anything straight away, but there's a potential to do some really dangerous stuff. The thing that really got me about this is the player playing this deck would usually would start talking about what's called like threat assessment. Like threat assessment is trying to understand what's the most dangerous board state on the table? Who's the most dangerous player to deal with? And I have a habit of, if there's new players in the game, completely dropping away the like player edge side of things and the diplomacy side of things,
poker face,
and become more of an educator, because my goal is to make better players, right? If people are better players, they'll want to hang around and play more, and they're more fun to play against, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of times when it comes to threat assessment, I will clearly explain who are the threats at the table, what are those relevant threats. This player kept interrupting me and trying to say that actually Dylan is the threat, not him, even though I'm trying to give fair and honest threat assessments about what my dangerous things are and what his dangerous things are.
This isn't One Night Werewolf.
I know. And look, there was a point where he said it, and then he kind of gave me like a wry smile, like as if like he knew what he was doing was lying and kind of joking around doing diplomacy. And And at that point, I just straight up said to him, stop.
Yeah.
These people are brand new. They are learning threat assessment in the game. They are learning a key pivotal element of the game. And you are making that extremely difficult for them by throwing out what you're saying.
Yeah.
You need to be open and honest with them about what is a threat at the table.
Yeah, this guy's a politician. He's muddying the waters.
Yeah. That point on, it became a much easier game to talk those kind of situations through. He didn't really help in that thing, but he didn't hinder it again with that political kind of muddying, that diplomacy muddying. But yeah, it was really annoying, and that taking advantage of inexperienced and new players, I think, is one of the scummiest things you can do.
Absolutely.
I think it's it comes back to that power dynamic thing. And a lot of people, I think that this player clearly is very good, and they call them out on their poo poo. But new players, or even people who don't want to cause conflict, aren't going to be that confident to do that.
Yeah.
So it's really hard, and the only way you can stop it is if everyone constantly calls them out on their shit.
Yeah.
Another thing that I like to do too is, especially on commander nights, I like to have conversations with people as they're leaving. How did everything go?
Yeah.
If you were uncomfortable stopping everything in the moment, was everything fine?
Yep.
Are you okay with where you were going? And that's how I get a lot of good feedback. Oh, actually, I feel like maybe some of the people weren't okay with the power levels of my deck. Maybe I need to step up in the tables. Okay, cool. That's very good. That gives you a moment to be self-reflective and stuff. I don't think this person has the ability to be self-reflective. I think he's intentionally doing this to try to take advantage of people.
Yeah.
And that is something that a judging tool can pinpoint.
Yes, yeah. I also do like that this reader has gone to CEDH.
Yeah.
And has said that never had a problem. I'm also similar. I think Connor and I were talking earlier, saying, Connor, you've had a similar experience that CEDH players, they love the game and they just want the best action. And some of the best kind of gameplay that I've seen at the commander tables are from the competitive and experienced tables, where they have these kind of insane, most quirky rules interactions that, oh my God, that actually works. Holy shit. And then they go through it, and they're more excited about the weird stuff than they are about trying to get the win in the game.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. This is totally, it's not off topic, but I have a similar experience when I play my sport. So I play basketball every week, and this season we had to downgrade from the A grade down to the B grade. And the reason, we initially didn't want to do that. That's because all the teams in A grade, they know how to play the game. They know what the rules are explicitly. And so when you're playing against them, they're not going to injure you because of their inexperience or their inability to know the rules.
Yeah.
And so while a lot of that is still dependent on the referees, or in this case, the judges, just having those people already know what they're doing makes the game so much more better. Even if I know that I'm going to lose because my skills aren't as good as theirs, because I'm playing against people who know what they're doing, I get so much more out of it.
Yeah.
It's a better interaction for everybody involved. Yeah.
Yes. We haven't had too many instances in B grade, but
we
got more wins.
I was gonna say, is there a path for you to get promoted back up to A grade?
Well, yeah, we just have to win more.
Okay.
Which we have been doing, which is
I love
The way
promotion
that,
relegation
football
as a
does?
concept.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a big fan.
yeah,
So
just in the football, it was in.
it's like Ted Lasso.
It's
Just
like Ted Lasso.
Literally, just I'm here for it. You have to keep me updated. I wanna hear about the run of
Connor should
promotion,
know
the playoffs. Since becoming a dad, I got really
Maybe
into
we should
sport.
enact that system with Commander. You
Yeah.
know, you
Connor
get too
suddenly-
good, you got to go up. I mean, we kind of already do
I've
that, right?
literally pitched an idea like that, but doing it sort of away from vault stuff, just my own personal, running it on a Friday night and just having two separate tables, and then if you're good enough, you get promoted from the B table to the A table.
It's like in handball at school.
Yes.
Do you remember that? You had
Jacks,
to go,
Kings, Duns.
and you
Yeah.
get from the.
I don't know what handball is.
Okay, so
That American. They
Okay,
only
so imagine-
they only had school shoes.
imagine
yeah.
there's this couple.
Sorry.
Dylan!
Sorry.
It's true, but you don't have to say it.
Mark
yeah.
Mark that
Never
one.
had it
Mark
in
that one for later.
Not at my
I-
school.
No, that's good.
I lived in the middle of nowhere.
Well, anyway, handball. You imagine these 4 copper tiles, right? And then there's one person in each, and then you have a tennis ball, and then you just have to bounce the ball into your square, and then it goes into someone else's square.
Oh, we did 4 square, but it was a huge, a big ball.
Everything's
Different
bigger.
kind of
than
idea.
the
Yeah,
States.
we did it with like
America.
a big like one of those dodgeballs that do like the doof that sound, but like bigger.
Okay. Well, it's
Like
kind
a
of like
gym
that,
ball.
but with a
Yeah.
tennis ball.
But with a tennis ball.
But
so
when you start
actually,
at the
like, you're batting it
bottom,
back
and
forth.
then if you keep winning, you go up to the top
Or as
spot.
people lose.
As
Yeah.
people lose, you go up to the top spot. Yeah.
That sounds
You
sick.
start
It
at
also
jack
sounds like
and-
you're really gonna injure yourself with a tennis ball.
No, because you're just
No.
hitting it with your hand, and
It-
you got to hit it with your hand back to the.
It's pod
Real
dependent.
hard.
Some people
It's
like
pod
to do
dependent.
dog shots. you know?
Some people play with a squash ball.
Yeah.
So have you played like ping pong, table
Yeah.
tennis?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that
Where you have to get it back
you have
and
to
forth
hit it
and-
back in the thing. So
It's the commander of table tennis.
Did we have to hit it in our own squared first, or just in the other person?
You had to hit it in your own square,
And it has to
but
bounce
you
into this.
wasn't allowed to bounce in your square before you hit it. You have to hit it before it bounces.
Yeah, so you bounce it in your square, and then the person over of the square
They're
it's
trying to
going
hit it
to,
Yeah.
they have to
before.
They
hit
have to
it.
hit it before it bounces. Yeah.
There's
Otherwise,
probably-
it's a double bounce.
there's-
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of different rules depending on what school you went to.
And then if someone ran through or someone's hat came off in the wind and went through, you go in toes.
Yeah.
Yes!
Or somebody else going for the ball at the same time. Controversially, when it came to lines, I always view lines as just play on. If it hit the line,
Okay.
technically it's in both.
Yep.
Play on.
I don't think it should be a break and play personally, but some people really hold on to. I'm going to hit for the
Welcome
line.
to,
Lines.
break
welcome
the
to
play.
From the Vault handball.
Yeah.
I should
We'll
just so
teach
you know,
you.
by the way, Teddy,
I'm
handball
excited.
is so important to
Mm.
Australian culture that our prime minister played it on an
Like a-
election
yeah.
election campaign
Again, campaign. It was very good.
Yeah,
to show
cool,
that
the
he was a
sunny
man
coast,
of the
right?
people.
Of the people.
of the people, and
Yeah.
we still determined he was. This was the same prime
Okay,
minister.
right?
Yeah, it was K-Wright. It's
Yeah.
the same prime minister, by the way, that went to a strip joint in New York, and then
The
when,
kind of prime minister you could drink a beer with.
yeah, and went to a strip
Like
club in New
W.
York, and then when the news tried to like pin him on it, he was like, "So," and everyone's like, "Yeah, bro, yeah."
The legacy of Bob Hawke lives on.
And he also gave us $900
That's true.
to
yeah,
get us out of the recession.
that was the
thing.
recession. That
Global
was the
financial
world
crisis.
yeah, that was a world thing.
That's when
Yeah.
Australia was in the King Square, and now we're currently back in Duns. So
These
We're
are the
not all the
different
way
levels
there.
of handball. We've gone back to the handball thing.
some
okay.
people are still, still living as.
But we have
kings.
a king now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
again.
that's different.
yeah, we had a queen before.
Yeah, and she was the
His
best.
face is on the money now. The new coins
Yeah.
we got.
That's because our currency is issued in the name of the king, in the name of the royalty. Same
It's
as
a
our
whole
passports.
thing.
Anyway, you'll learn
Yeah.
that. You'll learn that when you become a
The
citizen.
monarchy.
Yeah, citizen.
All right, next question.
I'm
Oh.
a temporary resident.
Only temporary.
Yeah.
Look, to be fair, I'm not a citizen either. So you know
Yeah,
what?
he's
If
New
I do
Zealander.
it, you got to do it, Teddy, and we can
I'm
both get our
down.
paper on.
I'm pretty sure
Australia
New
Day.
Zealanders are mostly Australians, though, right?
Look, honestly,
controversial.
honestly, dude, give it a decade. You guys will be a state of ours.
No.
Oh.
No, if anything, it's gonna be decided by a game of rugby, which we're gonna win, and we're not gonna want the rest of it. We will just take Tasmania as a concession as the West Island of New Zealand.
We'll
Oh,
allow
yes.
it.
Western New Zealand.
Yeah, West Zealand.
Uh,
so hot right
New
now.
Zealand.
All right, on to the next story.
New
Again, coming from our r/magic TCG subreddit post. This is from batfish_681.
Is a batfish a real thing?
Probably.
The distant cousin of the drop bear.
Yeah.
Our resident cheater had suspiciously good drafts too often. So, for example, 5 times Glistener Elves 2 weeks in a row at a new Phyrexia draft. He was caught when he passed a pack containing a card someone had already taken from it because he had reinserted a random chaff card to cover his taking of a second card from the pack.
Oh my god.
Basically, he was getting 2 picks and just sliding a card back in, but screwed up and put in a card that had already been taken. Our store owner banned him and sent him to the other store that was a refuge for all the cheaters this one found and kicked out.
Straight to the spice rack.
Go to the cheating store.
Go to the
In a
cheating
bin.
store where you belong, cheater.
Yeah.
Very
love
good.
that. I love that.
I just think like, what's the point of? Okay, I know that sometimes you can get prizes for winning drafts and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
it's
but are
just-
they good enough prizes to warrant
Like
that?
extra
you got to
packs?
be very, very sneaky
lot of-
because
a lot
you're
of-
all like sitting right
Yeah.
there. Like, how is he getting away
Look,
with
a lot of
this?
stores in America do run highly competitive price structures
Yeah.
for their Magic events. Like
but that's
we're
America.
a very weird. Yeah, okay.
Ew.
Wow.
Who would
Ew.
live there?
You get temporary resident status, and now you're like, I don't want to play with
Ew.
you anymore. American passport.
Hat.
Seems
Yeah.
seems pretty good to me.
It's pretty
Yeah.
good. It's a good
Teddy's one
exchange.
of us now.
Yeah, the price structure in America is very different. We're very unique from a store that runs trading cards, where we don't really have a highly competitive price structure to a lot of our events. So yeah, there is a bit more of an incentive to cheat in other places.
Yes,
We
sir.
kind of eliminated a lot of that incentive by just going, everyone gets 2 packs, have fun.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But yeah,
It's a pretty funny situation how they got caught.
that is hilarious that they got
And like
caught.
that's where it is, isn't it? That you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, and somebody else being like, I would have taken that if that was there. Like, that's not what happened.
Yeah.
I love that
I-
there's just a genuine, like, we have a whole other store for cheaters. And
Yeah,
like,
I wanna
it's
know where that
basically
is.
like the gulag. It's like, we're going to send you there. Like Black Ops, what is it, Warzone?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
It's like
You
they send
prove
the
yourself,
gulag.
you can come back.
Yeah, if you can crawl to the top of that pile and prove to us that you're reformed, we'll let you back into polite
If
society.
you
But
beat
until
everyone
then-
else at handball,
yeah,
you can come back.
you have to beat me at handball after you've won like 4 Commander Nights in a row.
Yeah.
Like a Dark
Yeah.
Souls handball boss.
Yeah,
just like a
yeah.
little health bar comes up. What's his pattern?
Intorious. Gdor.
I think what the guy was saying, that there was this other store
Yeah.
where all of the people who had been banned because they were cheating had gone to. Like, I don't
Yeah,
think it was
yeah.
owned by the same people.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
that
But
makes
that's
a little
also
bit more
funny.
sense. But that would be
Yeah.
funny if it's like, you know what, I've actually got a whole other store just for
Well,
your kind of place.
And it's just like the price is like 100% more.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just charge double.
Yeah.
we call them Gronk stores. It's where the Gronk.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
imagining like
Props.
stores that don't have judges or stores that just don't care, that are like,
Yeah.
you can play here. We're
Some of
not
those stores
gonna
do have
oversee-
judges, and then sometimes the judges just don't care.
Yeah.
Some of those stores do have judges, and they just, they.
Look
Remember
after
from
The
the
them.
judges are paid under the table by
Well,
the
remember
players.
from the
like-
question episode a couple episodes back,
Mm.
we talked about how much does someone have to spend for to not get banned, and the answer
Yeah.
for us was it doesn't matter how much you spend.
Yeah.
That's really the difference. Is some stores actually care about how much you spend. If you buy $1,000 every month, then
You
they're
can
gonna
get
be
away
like-
with anything.
If you're a whale,
Yeah.
you command a certain level of privilege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But good on you for sticking to your morals, because that's.
I mean, it's just
Yeah.
a
It's good
whale. A
business.
whale isn't going to cover your expenses when you drive
Drive
away
away the
everyone
rest of it.
else. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that means there's just like a healthier community, you know?
So I like the use of the word Gronk. I love Gronk store. I'd love it like swim grades. Like, all right, you're in Gronk, and then you got to graduate up to Grub, and then Dog, and then and then
Yeah,
you get a certificate.
Is the top store like Beast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
beast mode. I'm going
Beast.
beast nage.
What's the name of the Oh, it's Grond, the like battering ram in Lord of the Rings.
That
Yeah.
is such a good reference.
Gron.
Yeah, Gron.
Grond.
Gron.
Grond. I
don't
really love
remember
Lord of the
that.
Rings.
Same.
I do too, but that's when they're like using the battering ram on the wall.
The big
The
wolf
door.
one that's on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
That
named
Helm's Deep?
character.
Just the Gronk
Yeah.
reminded me of
No,
Grond.
no,
That's
Dave
what
Minas Tirith.
Grond
Yeah, Minas
is?
Tirith.
Yeah, that's what Grond is.
Yeah.
Grond.
Gron.
Grond.
Because there's like a Lord of the Rings magic card that's a Grond. wolf.
Yeah, it's a
Gron the
vehicle.
battering ram. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that? Where is that from? I couldn't remember.
They worship it.
I mean, I guess. That makes sense.
I don't
Extended
know about
edition
that.
marathon when? From the Vault presents.
I think licensing means we can't.
Mm.
We can
We
just watch
just-
it off screen.
We just flip
Yeah.
it, right?
What's
Just
that?
reverse the,
We'll flip it. We'll run it
Yeah.
at 1.25%.
and we'll put like a Snapchat filter on.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like they got
Yeah.
little cat ears.
Mr. Frodo.
Sam.
I may not be able to carry it, but I can
carry you.
And the really bad TikTok music starts playing. And he's got like the little pink blushes.
Yeah, the little
Just leave Helm's Deep untouched. That's just like, I need that as is. Extended edition, obviously. But like,
extended edition. Yeah,
Mm.
it is.
Gotta get
just-
the backstory of Boromir and Faramir.
It's important. It's structurally relevant.
Okay.
Anyway, spiciness. Do we do a
Oh,
spiciness?
spiciness on that one. Yeah, what's
Oh.
spiciness on that one, guys?
I forgot what
The
story
cheetah who got caught putting
was. I'm just being honest. I forgot what we were talking about.
A lot of things.
the cheetah that got
The
caught by
draft cheetah.
taking two
Oh.
cards and put one back in.
Yeah, that's spicy. That requires a lot of intent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's max
Like
intent.
4 spice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave it 4 chilies.
Sure.
74.
74.
74 chilies.
Yeah.
Not 67.
Only when you
I don't like that I did it either.
It's only when you add ranch.
Yeah.
What about 87? We bring back 87. If you get like 87 not out, I'm going back to sport now. If you go to 87 not out or 87 out, like cricket, like
Is that
really,
like 40 love?
like really bad luck because it's like 13 away from 100.
Getting 100 in cricket, Teddy, is really important. It's called a century.
Yeah.
And a lot of players' capabilities and history is measured by how many test centuries they get.
Century
Is
equals 100. Is there just another word for it?
Yeah. Sorry. Metric system is
Yeah.
done by tens. And
Okay,
a
we
century
don't have to
is
treat them like an idiot.
Look, to be fair, Teddy, cricket's not my jam either.
No, but also I was
That's
like,
okay,
I
but
have
he's
heard
New Zealand.
cricket games can take a century.
It's like baseball games,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, baseball games.
Yeah, actually,
That's why there's a ninth inning stretch. They take a long time.
yeah. Cricket is Australian baseball.
Yeah.
Or
think they know
baseball
that.
is
When I
American
Technically
played
it's
cricket.
baseball
English, but
as a
yeah.
kid, I would just be in the outfield
Colonial, innit?
playing in the grass.
Nice.
I
Sorry.
used to make like little dolls out of grass.
I mean, I think I would sit down in the when fielding in cricket.
Yeah.
So I just got to respond to Connor's message there saying that or his statement saying that cricket is English baseball. Not that after we've won the Ashes so many times.
Oh yeah, true.
Wait.
Shout out Sunbury, Victoria.
Sorry,
Wasn't
English
the
viewers.
Ashes the thing that
And-
just recently happened where they had the big TV
Yes.
over there? Yeah.
Yes.
Look, you can throw shade at New Zealand because Brendan McCullum being the England coach or manager, whatever the name for the
Bazball
Bazball. Yeah, didn't work very well.
didn't
did
work
it?
very well. We're just gonna play cricket.
It's
okay.
great in Big Bash, it's great, but like in Test cricket, no.
Okay, on to the next story. Again, from r/Magic TCG. This is RA Cast Blaster.
I don't know. If it makes Connor and I laugh like that, it's not a good name.
I had a weird interaction with someone one day in a commander pod. I thought they were off of blue in a blue-black deck. So I went for a risky play just to discover that they stacked their multicolor lands underneath a basic swamp. I was annoyed, but called it a wash because I didn't ask what they had open, I just assumed.
Mhm.
I simply asked them to stack their lands by color. They promptly rage scooped on turn 3. I was so confused, I have to believe they were cheating somehow, and called them out on it by sheer chance. So, for those that don't know, like stacking your lands is like putting your lands out properly.
Yeah, we
But
need a
then-
diagram.
But like they put their multicolored land under a basic, so you couldn't
Yeah.
actually, when you look
Yeah.
at their land base, you couldn't actually see what it was.
Mhm.
Doesn't look like that they have.
They have an open land for
Yeah.
you to play against. So you make a big play, and if they have blue open,
It's
like
easy to do
counterspell.
accidentally.
Yeah, no, I think the person raging out
Mhm.
and scooping and like getting pissed off that they were called out
Yeah.
on sheer chance is probably like the indicator that it wasn't
That it
sheer
wasn't
chance.
accidentally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
hmm
What kind of spicy rating you guys want to give that?
Of all the, it's so. I did not expect so many Magic the Gathering cheating.
Oh,
Like Magic the Gathering and D&D.
well,
Like I
you
did
gotta play a
not
lot more
expect
Magic the
that.
Gathering. I didn't expect
Yeah.
so many D&Ds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird to me because it's like so hard to do. You have to do something overt like that.
Yeah.
Like intentionally stack your lands bad and then be like, what? But I
was
wanted
that
a
the whole time.
counterspell.
I don't know, like 3.5.
3.5. Okay, I gave it a 4.
Yeah.
So this is the final story. It comes from our r/Magic TCG post. Username is Smythe28. There are 2 instances I can think of that stick out. The first happened to me. My opponent is someone who tries to use takebacks whenever they misplay, but insists that everyone else plays on with their own misplays.
No.
He also intentionally misplays cards. He thought seized me, saw that I only had 2 lands in hand, then said, "Oh well, that means I don't lose any life." I was still a new player, but I knew that's not how it works. And I know that he knows that as well. So I called a judge. He picks up his Thoughtseize, puts it in the bin, so in the graveyard, writes
Mhm.
down his new life total and says, "Oh well, if that's how it's going to be then." Judge comes over. I said that he just needed it explained to him. The judge is somewhat confused because this is a player that had been playing for years and
Yeah.
years at this point.
Mm.
Very fun to watch them being condescended to.
That's the story?
No, there's another one. Hang
Oh,
on.
okay.
The other time was amazing. A guy comes into draft who doesn't really come in very often at all. Maybe once every few years. Eldritch Moon. So this was set after Shadows of Innistrad, probably about 20. I want to say 2015. I think is when
Lots
that
of
second.
werewolves.
Yeah, lots of
Oh.
werewolves. Playing a rare redraft, so that means that at the end, your placement allows you to pick from a bunch of rares that everyone drafted.
Yeah.
And there's a foil Liliana the Last Hope on the line. Very well sought after Planeswalker.
I love Lilian.
Very important for Modern in this year as well.
2016.
Yeah.
2016, yeah.
There you go.
He sits there after the draft with his deck in front of him, barely touches it. When he presents it to his opponent, he pile shuffles it and passes it over to cut. So pile shuffling is the act of just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just doing that, right?
Very easy to manipulate.
Very easy to manipulate. This is where it gets good. His opponent looks at the pile handed to him and knows exactly what's going on and simply repile shuffles it and hands it back.
Amazing.
This player then draws either a handful of land or a handful of non-land. Either way, he throws the deck across the table and leaves the store without saying a word. Just huffs and leaves. Haven't seen him since. No idea if he's even still local.
Wow. That's amazing.
I love the old reverse pile shuffle. I love when
Yeah.
people pile shuffle and don't do anything else. And I'm like, I'm not going to let you play like that.
No.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Excellent 10 out of 10 response.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Pile shuffle in front. Oh, let's just undo that. What's on top? I bet you know.
Yeah.
There's take backs. That whole take backsy counter thing we talked
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Easy
easy.
Absolutely
peasy.
do that.
Yeah.
But then also just looking at cards in hand and go, oh, well, I guess I don't lose any life. Because Thought Seizes, you lose life regardless of whether or not
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
discard a card.
Yeah,
And you have to look for a non-land card, I think it is,
Let me
for Thought Seize.
pull it up.
yeah,
Pull it up,
they were just
Jamie.
again, there's a lot of patterns that we see here. People taking advantage of people who they don't think know the rules.
But that's when you go, Judge.
Which they did.
Yeah. Target player reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards the card. You lose 2 life.
The key there is that there's full stops between
there
that
is
player
full
discards
stops.
that card, you
Yeah.
lose 2 life. Those are 2 separate
Yeah.
actions
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
happen in the spell effects. So
Well, and also he very clearly knew that because as soon as the judge was called, he was like, "Oh, okay. Well, if it's gonna be that way,
Yeah.
I guess
If
I'm
we're gonna play by the rules of the game,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. That's. I think the term it's weaponized ignorance.
Weaponized
Weaponized
incompetence.
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 Yeah. The
Yeah.
guy, and even the judge is like, dude, you've been playing for years, and I assume if he's playing Thoughtseize, it's in a 20 life competitive format.
Yeah. It would have been Modern, another 8
Yeah.
rack.
Yeah, it's like you're quibbling over 2 life, and also people can just look at the card, like,
Yeah.
or,
Yeah.
We can literally read the card, bro.
yeah, or this was this the Eldritch Moon one.
No,
Yeah.
this was a different one. This
That
is
was
the
awesome.
same story, but
Yeah.
there were same user, 2 different stories.
Either way, I assume it's still within the time of smartphones. You could just look up what Thoughtseize does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah, even though it's sitting right in front of you.
yeah.
I wonder, not to get down on people's level like that, but if someone says something like, "Oh, we're gonna play it that way," if you just be like, "Can you explain what you mean by that?"
Yeah.
What did he mean by
What do you
that?
mean?
What do you mean
What
by
was that tone for?
Yeah, what do you mean by
What do you
play
mean by
it
that?
that way?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Like when your uncle says that racist joke, you're like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Can you explain
understand.
Can you explain that joke? Why is that funny?
Yeah.
I think I'm missing something. Can you explain that like I'm 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just put
I
them in
come
their
from
place.
a background of people throwing tantrums like that because I played at a store in Alaska and that happened to me. I was playing a mill deck because I like Ashiok, okay? I just like Ashiok. They're just cool character. But I was playing a mill deck. Everybody knew that I was playing a mill deck, but this guy table flipped at me because he was just so fucking frustrated. And just cards go everywhere. And he just stormed out, left all of the cards there. Everybody just had to pick it all up. It's just like, if you're at that level of upsetness that you're ready to table flip or throw a tantrum or throw your cards across,
Yeah.
that just belies a level of emotional immaturity. That's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
There's
Yeah.
something else going on in your life. Maybe you shouldn't be.
yeah, exactly. Maybe right now is not the time to be playing Magic, bro. Maybe therapy. Men will do anything but go to therapy.
Exactly. We play Magic. We play Magic the Gathering instead.
yeah. Table flip and throw tantrums.
Yeah, have no, I wouldn't say that.
No. What do you mean by that?
No, I was just gonna
No, what do you
say-
mean by that?
I was just gonna say all these stories and they're gendered. And are they old dudes who are embroiled in this cheating.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's probably not that.
What do you mean by
I'm
that,
willing to
Cassie?
say a majority of this is dudes.
Yeah,
Like,
majority of this is dudes. Yeah,
But then
Look,
it's probably just because of the nature of
elephant in the
games.
room.
Yeah.
Hobby stores are a male-dominated space.
Yeah.
Not
despite
fault games.
And you're talking about
Yeah.
cheating and fragile egos. Mm.
men, am I right,
Oh.
ladies?
You're not allowed to say that.
Sorry.
Yeah, we can say that. You can't. Actually, a lot of the like Fem and APAB like opponents I've had on Magic and Warhammer have all been some of the best opponents. Some of the best games were just like, okay, we're not gonna faff about.
Yep.
Like, we don't have to worry about anything. It's gonna be fine.
I just love there's a recurring theme of like, oh yeah, they just threw the cards at someone or at the table and
Yep.
then just walked away. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah.
like a different caliber, you know.
Mhm.
Unlike our Warhammer compatriots, you know. I guess there's levels to this
Toxic
game.
masculinity
Yeah.
really on display in those cardboard games, huh?
Keyword being toxic.
It's just all masculinity in my man dollies game.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, you don't. If you don't like it, you don't throw your models at someone. You shit your pants.
Yeah. My
As
masculinity, a
we've
lot like these models,
discovered.
are fragile. So
Yeah.
like, it's time to go to Browntown, dude.
Go to Browntown.
I can't smash these models. It costs me too much. I will shit myself instead.
But you know what? It's so funny because I've witnessed a similar situation where somebody's cracked it and thrown all the cards down. Although this
Yeah.
was in a WoW TCG tournament.
Yeah.
Literally 3 weeks later, they were back with a brand new net deck. So it's like,
Mhm.
at that point, I'm like, bro, you're a grown man. Maybe you just need to like talk to somebody before you
Yeah.
start throwing cards at
Yeah.
teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Bro,
Well,
Right,
just
everyone,
like
the
Cassie
hat's-
said,
the
right?
hat's
There's
coming
something else
out
going on.
Tonight's commander event, hat's coming out. We're
Yeah.
just putting donations towards Connor's therapy session.
Yeah.
I'll never let go of WoW TCG.
And
Also-
there's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you. Also, I was
We
thinking
support
back
it.
to one of the other stories where they're like, the guy snuck in a lower power, like a high power level deck into a lower power level pod.
Yeah.
I think that you should put up a bounty board. And if somebody does that and it gets reported, the next week it'd be like, hey, if you want an extra prize or promo, eliminate this guy first as punishment for being a wiener, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that bullying?
I don't think so. I think it's like, it's
I think it's probably something we can't do,
yeah.
but it's something the community could do.
I'll set
for
up a Reddit
itself.
page,
Look, it's certainly something that some other store could do. But
Yeah, like
not
one of them
us.
cheater stores.
One of them cheater stores.
Because then you have like a whole different subgenre of decks where people are just bounty hunters, where it's like they don't necessarily
Right.
win, but they're going in to like take out, you know,
We
they're
actually,
the big iron, basically.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
going to find Texas Red.
Yeah.
actually, I will admit that's
Yeah.
something that I used to do back at Charlotte Street
Hmm.
when we were still like a nascent commander community.
Yeah.
We'd have a problem with a couple of like high-powered people sneaking in and like playing really competitive decks at tables that weren't really designed for it.
Yeah.
So when that started happening, like we kind of Brisbane's a small town. Like it may be a capital city of Queensland,
One
but
big
definitely
country
has a
town.
lot.
one big country town.
Yeah.
Everyone talks.
Yeehaw!
Everyone knows who everyone is in the community
Yeehaw.
generally. So when one of those community members from other stores that are likely to pay like hard and like quite hard and fast play a game of Commander,
Mm.
a lot of times they would end up paired in a pod with some of the people that I knew were really good and had really powerful decks, but would actively play like to the table when they
Mhm.
were at like a considerate table.
To the vibe.
To the vibe, right?
Mm.
That intentionally
So-
hold back certain
Yeah, they
players,
actually
yeah.
hold back how they play to make sure everyone has a good time. And then, you know, if they have the win and everyone's kind of done out of the game, then they're just like, cool, I'll go for the win now.
Mhm.
But, you know, there's been plenty of times where I put them on a table with a player that I knew would probably be a problem for our community. So I'd be like, hey, just play hard.
Yeah.
I
Just
think
vibe
I know. I
check
think I
this
know a
guy.
couple of those people, and they're awesome.
Imagine just rocking up and you just got like the full poncho as you sit down, just like
Yeah.
That the wide brim hat like down over, you got the feet up on the table.
Mhm.
Looks like we're playing cards.
Well, that's actually like
Comandero.
happened recently in the Warhammer community too. I mean, Trent told a story about it. Like, and that's kind of how we use Trent frequently. Just be like, bro, we need you to have a game with this guy and see what's up.
you
Yeah.
have to vibe check this fool.
Yeah.
This guy's playing a bit too weirdly.
Mhm.
Trent, go sort it out.
Well, and honestly, like the community has kind of picked up on it too, because there was a pretty experienced player who's been really helping out a lot of our newer players. And he's been having a really great time, like teaching a lot of the newer players how to play. And he was like starting to feel bad about it because he was kind of annihilating them because his list was pretty good. And then he had a real long conversation on our Discord with Trent about it, just to be like, hey, like, what should I do? Should I be like going easier on them? Like, should I be like changing up my list or something? And he was like, no, just, keep a perspective. Like, you are teaching these newer people. It's not that you're too overpowered. That's going to be how it's going to
Yeah.
be, And also, nobody benefits from having like their punches pulled in the very beginning, not like
Yeah.
magic, like the only way you're going to get better is if you play against people and figure
Yeah.
out how to deal with losing. But
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I really like bring up with new players when it comes to the Warhammer scene.
Mhm.
Like, not so much in Combat Patrol or Spearhead, but if you're playing a bigger game of
Yeah.
Warhammer, Age of Sigmar or 40k, and you're still relatively new, like, the thing I always bring up is if you're playing as someone who has played before and is an experienced player, you will lose the first 4 games you play.
Yeah.
But
And
they will get
lose very quickly.
You will lose
too.
very quickly, but they'll get tighter and you will learn how to play. And as long as you
Mhm.
take away from that a lesson
Yeah.
or two about how you could have played better and what they were doing that you could have watched out for,
Mhm.
you're going to be a better player regardless.
I mean, it sounds like it comes down to communication. They've communicated with Trent about, hey, I'm doing this thing. Is it correct? And Trent's like, yeah, this is the way you're doing it. And it seems really good to me. So great. So they've
Yeah, everybody is
communicated
consenting in here.
Yeah.
Everything is totally fine.
Yeah.
You're not just annihilating newbies. You're
Yeah.
providing a service. You're helping
Communication
people.
and consent. You're not just
Yeah.
annihilating newbies. Yeah. You're
Mhm.
also not just writing fanfics.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that wasn't stick with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Anyway, those are the stories submitted by you guys on our Reddit posts and on our community Discord, all that kind of stuff. If you have any more stories about cheating, what's happened, how you've handled it, all that kind of stuff, let us know in the comments down below. If you want to see more episodes like this, we'd love to know as well. Let us know in the comments if you enjoyed it and what you'd like to see next. If that involves us giving various levels of hot sauce to Teddy, so be it.
I consent.
I'll have the ranch.
Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Cassie and Teddy in front of the camera here. Thank you, Connor, working the production desk back there.
Thanks,
Welcome back.
Dylan.
Welcome. You're
Yeah.
welcome, guys. And don't forget, if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel, get the bell on, get notified every time a new video goes live here on From the Vault podcast. Or if you're on Spotify, follow us. And again, like I said, comment down below anything you want to hear from us. If you have a cheating story, we'd love to read it. We read all the comments. And yeah, that's it. Thanks so much, guys. Stay safe out there. Wash your goddamn hands.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.